Anything to do with what we got on the list?
No.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, if you want to talk about it now, it's up to
Well,
you.
it's something that's been bothering me for a couple of meetings.
Okay.
So, I know, right? What else to do? So on 218, Trevor, our highway foreman here, informed the board that Megan, who works with Scott at the transfer station, had been helping to plow. And Trevor wants to continue to have her help going forward, and he had already asked Scott's approval, and then Beth interjected with that, she should be paid out of Dryden's budget. All that's all good, except I have an issue with a few things. So no one really officially approved her to do that. Approved, yes, you can hire her on in that capacity. And I don't believe anybody authorized Trevor to reach out to her and ask, but, I don't know the terms of the contract, so I don't know, I'm maybe speaking out of turn, but I wondered, what's the salary she's being paid for that? I know it's coming out of Trevor's budget. And is there an addendum to her current contract that would give that as a part of her job description, or does she have a total addendum to her contract where it's a totally different duty that she's being asked to do? What are her qualifications? And then most importantly for me, from my perspective as a business owner, is the insurance. Because when you're doing what she's doing, what are you shaking your head for, Scott? You can shake
I've
your
got
head.
answers to all of
Okay, well, that's great. I'm just saying, from my perspective, if what she's doing currently at the transfer station is not a high liability, okay? But when you talk about snow plowing, cutting trees, working on a roof, that's a totally different class for your workers' comp. So if you don't have her listed, or if she does damage, right now she's just working at the transfer station, but what about property damage off?
Well,
So I'm just pointing all that out, that there's nothing in the minutes that reflect this, and I think there should be.
okay, so she's authorized to drive the town equipment because she plows some of the driveway at the transfer station, etc. She's on our list of drivers for that stuff. She can drive the bucket loader, the backhoe, the equipment she's not driving big trucks, but she's covered under that because
She's plowing then, okay.
she's doing that at
Already.
the transfer station at times, correct? And I'm just trying to know.
Just any employee that's hired on by the town, you are blanket covered on the insurance to operate, not just anything that requires a CDL, but we are all covered to run any piece of equipment. Any of it is when you're hired on as an employee, you run under that coverage.
It's more about the insurance to me, and I'm telling you that the classification is different, whether she's doing what she does at the transfer station, or whether she's taking a truck and going outside of the transfer station and actually plowing. I'm just telling you, I know.
Well, I've been there for 25 years doing the same thing that she's actually doing more than she currently does, which is just running a 1-ton truck to plow, which she does at the station before Trevor had her do it for her. I've been doing the same thing, and I've been under the same classification for 25 years.
So you know.
She's not running a chainsaw, she's not getting on a roof, she is simply
That's just an example,
plowing
Scott.
with a 1-ton truck.
I'm just using that as an
We can-
example, because
we-
that's a
well,
higher
okay,
classification.
we can-
I'm saying
If I'm
she-
talking about
driving
Just a minute.
1-ton.
So why don't we reach out to the insurance company and see if she's covered for that? I believe we are.
I know we are.
You know we are?
we
Okay,
are.
fine. All right, so I believe that the insurance is not a problem. So I believe we okayed it at the meeting.
You did not. The minutes do not reflect that. That's why I'm bringing it up. So I just think you should be
Part of
clarifying it.
the thing, Teresa, I think, is that we have managers of departments and they're managing their people, and we allow them to do, we don't have to approve everything they choose choose to do under their management umbrella. They're working, perhaps it's slow at the transfer station and Scott has somebody else there and she can do a little bit of work, and that means, since they're running with only 3 people at the highway department, when they used to have 4, maybe that helps them fill in. It's just an efficient use of town resources.
Well, it just seems a little redundant to me, because we needed that 4th person, the money's in the budget, it's not being used, or I guess it's being used a little bit, but in addition, we've hired more people at the transfer station because they're overwhelmed. So I'm just pointing from my position, and most importantly, because it's not reflected in the minutes, and I think it should be, because I think it's a liability for you. But you do what you want, I'm just pointing it out.
I would like a chance to clarify
Just a second.
things.
Okay, when we get down to
This
highway
isn't up for
department.
debate, I'm just telling you
when
what
we
was
get
said
down
at the
to-
meeting.
When we get down,
Misinformation.
just when we get down to highway department, we will talk about it and make it in the minutes. I didn't realize we didn't put it in the minutes, but we will clarify.
That's really what I was asking
Okay,
for.
we will try to do that when we
Thank you.
get to highway department, which will be in just a minute.
But can I just say one thing? So she doesn't have a contract.
She's hourly.
Like no employee has, like most employees don't have a contract.
Okay,
Only supervisors. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, we'll go on to that when we come down here.
All right,
And then,
thank you.
Scott, can we wait till then and get clarification on
As long
that?
as I have a chance to
Yeah,
clarify.
as you will, you will. There's no point in us talking about it a lot, and we haven't got to that section, and we'll,
and I wasn't trying to start anything, and I'm not looking for a debate. I just was pointing something out to
Okay.
you folks as a board.
that's fine. We'll try to rectify that. Okay, Trevor, Highway Department. This one's gonna take a little while to get some RFPs.
Hi. So we'll start off with the easy stuff. We're still holding on our salt. We've got probably enough to do one more time around. I did talk to the salt contractor yesterday, and there's potential maybe next week we might see a load. A little late in the year, but we're hanging on. I mean, I have learned by us having the salt shortage, I've learned patience with salt. I think there's been times where I've used it and I probably could not have by this coming in.
Or you didn't have to.
Well, I didn't have to, but it's just, I've learned patience by having to regulate our salt and stuff like that. So I just want to let you guys know that. There is something that we've had on the table for a while. Mr. You and I talked about this the other day about Kenny, the final purchase agreement on Kenny's truck to pull the trigger on it. And the reason I'm really gonna start pushing on this is because I talked to the body company also the other day, and it's looking like possibly July before they start building Dusty's truck. So instead of us having it
We
in another month or two.
didn't do it the night after town meeting, and we have to make that decision tonight when we got it. We didn't pull the trigger on it.
Correct, yeah, I mean, because I gave you guys almost a month and a half or so ago with the numbers and stuff, and I don't remember offhand what they are. But I just think it's time just to be able to tell the company to put us in the queue so
Have
we
we
get
got
the
a
truck.
contract ready for that one?
We do not. Did we get a quote? for
Yes,
that?
yes, we do, right from
Where-
ATG.
When did that come in?
Couple
Well,
months.
Yeah,
you
a couple months
can
ago.
get together on it,
Okay,
and I don't remember the
I
figure.
think it was like 360 something for the truck, and they're giving
We were
us
getting
85 trade is what the numbers were. But I just,
Wow.
yeah, it has been, but I just fear that the longer we wait.
I think we have to make a decision. We put it off because we had a lot going on that.
Correct. There it is, yeah, listen to this. Ooh, uh-oh.
Did I lose it? Oh. Sorry.
What's the date?
369, January.
It was in January
Okay.
sometime, but it's
Yeah, you said a couple
369.
months. You said a couple months, okay. So let's talk about that first. That's something that's actually under old business, but it's under highway business, so let's deal with that. So that is to replace, we have a truck coming this year, hopefully,
Correct.
and then this is to replace Kenny's truck.
Correct.
Which is another tandem,
It will be a tandem.
but it's all-wheel drive.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, now the tandem we have is not all.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. But he does one of the tough ones, he does down
off the mountain and stuff like that. And the numbers, of course, this is so small, I can't read it right now, so I'm that blind, but the numbers to go from a single axle up to a tandem axle is only $14,000 at that rate. So the discussion we'd had before, you're gonna get that 14,000 back when it comes time to trade that truck in on the other end, so.
Okay.
When would it be ready?
We probably won't see it for over a year. So right now, just so you're up to speed, most of the trucks right now are taking almost 2 years to build. And like the one we got being built right now is gonna be over 2 years. So every 6 to 8 years, we start trying to replace them because we've watched the maintenance on them go up and the resale value go down. So we've started this program doing every 6 to 8 years. But like Kenny's truck is a 2020. So it's already 6 years old, so it's gonna be 8+ years old by the time his gets here.
Right.
So that's the,
Okay.
trying to
And
get ahead of the curve a little bit.
guaranteed 80,000 or
85, I believe it is.
on
Like I said,
the
I
truck
can't
we're
see
trading in
existing.
for the truck that hopefully
No,
comes
it's very
before
small.
winter.
Right.
So, which they make that deal when we start talking about it, which is pretty good because
Yeah.
we're still using it every day. I mean, we have to keep it up.
Correct.
Keep
Yep,
it
yep.
working, but we have to keep it working anyway, so. All right.
Not quite. My goodness.
Sorry, we've got enough figures.
It's 85.
So, do you guys have any questions about that?
No, we've been doing this.
Okay, do we have a motion
Make a motion
that we order the
that we
next
order
new
the
truck
next new
to
truck.
replace Kenny's? I don't know, what truck number is that?
Truck 2.
Truck 2?
I'll
Okay.
second it.
So you'll work on a
Yep.
contract for that, because the last one was kind of up in the air. But that should be fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I appreciate that. I
All
think
right,
it's
so
gonna have to.
haven't voted on it yet. You wait just a minute. We motioned it
I
and seconded
seconded
it. Is there any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, order the truck. Now we get into RFPs.
My suggestion, I don't know which one you guys have up top, but I would do the line striping first because that's gonna be one of the easiest ones, because that's basically
Line striping.
going
Did
to
we
be,
get our line striping done last year?
we ran out of weather.
Yeah, well, they got, the problem is, some of this is on a road that we're repaving.
Correct.
So that puts it off a little bit.
Well, that was gonna be the question, do we wanna outline that the sections of road that we are paving, that they can get in sooner than later, then they'll have to come back and do the sections of road that we are paving after they're complete.
Problem is, we don't want to do the access road yet, because hopefully we're gonna do something there. So here's a RFP for seeking proposal from qualified contractors for line striping. 135 linear feet of line striping, 4-inch wide fog line on Upper Taylor Hill Road, Stratton Mountain Access Road, Winhall Hollow Road, and Old Town Road. 10,000 linear feet of line striping, painting double yellow line on Upper Taylor Hill Road. And I'm not going to read all the stuff here. We need a response back by May 4th. Do I have any discussion on that?
Can I see the-
Yes, of course you can. So some of us got to hold off a little bit till we get those other roads done.
Correct.
But we got to, hopefully we'll get them done earlier and not get into snow before they can come.
And like I said, we could always put it in there that if they wanted to come in before a certain date, they would just have to come back.
But they got to be in contact. It's not the same company that did it for the state, is it?
We won't know until we get the bids back, because typically there's only 2
Well,
bids.
they're going to have to call us. so
Is there
that we
anybody else that we can try to get to bid it, or
can- We
just
have
the two?
very few.
Very, very limited.
Very, very limited.
In years past, we've had just these 2 companies, and
It's touch and go.
yes,
When they do a decent job.
correct.
Right.
But it just, there aren't a,
We've had issues with the two of the.
We've had
both these
issues with both of
contractors.
them.
Yes.
Okay,
and there's a short window.
that they can do it.
And then with us trying to get the paving done ahead of time with a lot of the line striping, like we pushed it.
Yeah. Last year was a tough year. It really was. But usually, typically, the company that gets our bid is the same company that will do the state bid. So they're all through the whole state. So they're typically how it goes. And you can see it in the bids even. There'll be, I think last year was like an $8,000 or $9,000 spread between the two companies. So.
Okay, so we heard the RFP for line striping. Is there any more discussion on that?
Would make
Any
a
questions?
motion that we would approve the RFP for the line striping.
Okay,
Second.
motion made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. You'll send those out, right, Alyssa?
Yeah, that one will be
Thank you.
active. The next one, I would do the sand.
That's what I got in front of me. Okay,
This one here, we have not heard back if they're going to renew the contract for the second year, because they usually do the 1 year, then we give them the option to hold their price for the second year. I have made contact with them, and they have not gone back to me yet on whether they're going to hold it, so I'm just asking the board to approve this here, so once we hear back,
So
if they're
if
going
they-
to hold the price, we don't go out to bid. If they do not hold the price, we can get it out
so
to bid.
here's the way it reads. Town of Winhall seeks a per yard price for 14 millimeter screen sand delivered to the stockpile on Old Town Road. An estimated 3,000 yards is anticipated, subject to need. It would need to be in place by September 1st, 26. Additional sand may be needed during the winter months on an as-needed basis, subject to auto renewal for a second year. An estimated 3,000 yards is anticipated for the second year. So do we want to see if they are going to renew the contract? That was our best deal last year because Hunter was considered hard, wasn't he?
Well, what happened last year is we had Pike the year before, and we'd asked them if they would hold the price, and they said no. They wanted to go back out to bid, and they came back at almost $1 cheaper than the year before, so,
Okay,
corporate.
well,
But
they-
we don't know.
where does
like I
that
said.
sand come out of?
Dan.
Before you would put it out to bid?
I usually give them till the end of March, and I just let them know, just let them run their numbers and stuff, and if
Well,
that's the case, then we'll put it out.
In here it's June 1st.
That's when the bid will, that's when the bid's due.
No, so he's talking about giving the,
September,
I'm just asking if before you post it, if you find out if that's what you.
Well, we won't-
then we'll post
Or
it,
if you-
if they're
yeah.
going to renew.
Right.
he gives
September
it to the
1st.
end of March.
March, you
Yeah.
give them to, and then post
Yeah,
it.
yeah, if they come back and say, no, we can't do it for that
Then
price
post
again.
it.
Then we've got it ready
And
to
this,
do.
correct.
Okay. Road gravel. Okay, gravel seeks a per yard price for 1-inch crushed gravel and per yard price for sure pack to be trucked directly to any given job site within the town as needed and where needed, as well as a price per yard for 1-inch crushed gravel and sure pack to be trucked to the stockpile. Estimated 4,400 yards anticipated. Gravel would be needed starting July 26. Who did we have do this last year?
Hunter, and it's the same thing as, this will be his second year if he chooses to hold the price, otherwise we'll have to go back out to bid.
Okay.
Have you already reached out to him about it?
Yep.
And he hasn't said yet. So
I'd make a motion that we
approve it.
approve it.
In
and
case.
It will go out to bid if needed
Okay.
for the road gravel.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Okay.
This is multiple page one.
What are we on?
Okay, request for proposals of paving and Winhall Town highways. Winhall Hall Road from Lake Road to French Hollow Road. Reclaim and pave approximately 5,808 feet times 23 feet of road. I'm not going to read all the spec here because it's about 10 sentences long, then Lower Taylor Hill Road from the bridge,
To Route 30, in front of Homestead and the library.
okay, so 325 feet, okay, I was gonna say, whoa, wait a minute, okay.
Well, I'm sorry, is the library area paved? I can't
No, it's not,
remember.
that's all
Okay.
on my note, there's questions coming.
Oh, okay, okay, I just couldn't remember.
Yeah. And you'll see in there, the maintaining existing elevation, it's the fourth line down. And the reason that is because the way Homestead's yard is, we can't raise the road up. We're gonna try to keep that level, and I've had a conversation with Steve that, you know, if we could cheat it down another inch or two, but to help him, we're going to try to.
The problem is, we always have a big puddle.
That's on the other side.
You know, we also have a big puddle by the parking lot of the town, of the library.
Yes.
And I don't know if we can do anything there or not.
Well, that was kind of my question on this, because the library itself parking lot is 8 foot, for an 8 foot apron, it's, no, the first parking spot, the one you're talking about, is 8 foot by 67. So we'll do an 8 foot apron, 67 feet long. I did not measure the full depth of that one, but I did measure the full depth of the library parking lot, which is 90 feet long and 30 feet deep.
So is that the one, the first one you talked about, the one behind the library on Kendall Farm?
No, not Kendall Farm. No, this is the only top section I'm talking about, from the bridge to Route 30.
Right,
That's the only section I'm talking about.
okay.
But the question is, do you guys want to pave the library parking lot? Do you want to just do an 8 foot apron that was standard, or do you want to do the full 30 foot width down into a depth?
Do we have the money in the budget for it?
For that,
Depends on what it comes in at.
Comes in at and-
With the price of oil, because the price of oil directly affects paving. Because
correct.
I think maybe,
Well, to answer your question on that, Julie, to be honest with you, to go for that 8 feet out to the extra 27 feet, or 8 feet, anyways, 22 feet, I don't think it's gonna be a major difference. I mean, I'm not gonna say,
Well,
I don't know.
Can we just have them add that on as a
Breakdown?
break and add on if
Absolutely.
if we see that we can do it with the price of paving, because we don't know, because the
Correct.
price of oil's gone up.
And it has, I mean, that's something we could add into the RFP itself, just under the Lower Taylor, just say, for the library, give us a price to pave the whole 30 foot by 90 foot section, or just a 90 foot by 8 foot section.
And that's not where Homestead parks is, so it would just be directly,
Correct,
directly, our old parking area?
correct.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay?
it might not be the year to do it.
Yeah.
and that's fine too, I'm fine with an 8 foot apron.
If they're there and we can afford it, I guess it depends on what we do on the access road too, but we don't know that yet.
You know, I mean, and that's,
Probably just secretary.
I just wanted to remind you, like, if you do that paving, is that going to impede any drainage work you might decide to want to do at the library to prevent water?
I don't think there's much drainage work we can do other than get it high enough so that it drains into the lawn. Because I think what's happening is the driveway is lower than the lawn is.
Correct.
So if we get it up to 3 inches, then we may be able to drain that into the lawn so it can run away.
Yeah.
That's what I think. We'll have to go look at it.
I just wanted to point it out because, you know, you had it in your
Yeah,
yard.
yeah. So I think I would like to see a addendum for that piece if we were to do the whole thing for the 27 feet wide by, what is it, 200 feet long, is it?
no, it's 30 by 90 is the,
Yeah, it's not huge.
and it's not. And because the 200 foot stretch is all in front of Homestead. It's an 8 foot apron by 200 feet down through there.
Okay. All right, I would like to see that. Could we get that, could you change that, Alyssa, and just have that come in as an add-on to it?
Yes.
If we see fit, we can make that decision when the bid comes in. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, oh, I
Okay.
totally agree. I was actually thinking, is this something that's one of those projects that's had to be put off for the moment? And I'm only asking because of the price of oil.
I don't know,
Just
we
wondering-
can make that decision when
When
the
the
bid
bid comes in.
Right,
Okay.
and I mean, the problem is there is a hole that needs to be fixed there.
Okay.
Now, if we're gonna have them there, I want that bump fixed up where Springfield paving came together.
Yep.
All of that does slow them down, that doesn't slow them down.
It doesn't
They
slow
bang
'em
through.
down.
But it would be nice to cut 8 or 10 feet out of there and have that one paved so that it becomes,
Something like that, Stuart, to be honest with you, you're better off hiring like an O'Brien or somebody to go in there and just patch that out. Because most of these guys here are gonna be,
they're just doing the big stuff.
Big
Okay,
stuff.
Fine, we'll talk
You're
about that.
talking about closer to the top,
yes.
right below Brophy's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where,
right around,
where the seams came together from the top portion of paving and the middle portion of paving, that never.
And we've got a hole there too on the
Yeah.
left side. Yep.
Okay, so we'll sideline that piece. So can I get does anyone have any more questions about this?
No.
Can I get
I don't think I can.
I'll make
we'll take care of it. Whatever.
I'll make a motion to approve the paving RFP with the addendum to add the library parking lot in separately and be voted on.
Second that.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You'll make that change, Lisa, please. Thank you.
now, yep.
Appreciate it. Okay. Now, this is for some culverts on Winhall Hall Road. We have two on this one, Winhall culvert 25 and 28. Now, these are down by Mackey Bridge,
Castle Bridge.
Castle Bridge,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the one is just past Castle Bridge, that is number 28,
Okay.
and the other one's
That
up.
one's a 4-foot culvert.
Correct.
Now, we have a hydraulic study already,
Correct.
okay? And that's been approved. So we have to get state and federal permitting even after we've gone through all that. Great. Lovely. I think that's a 35-inch culvert that's going in there.
Actually, it is right now.
Okay, all right. Then we have, where's this other culvert? This side of the bridge?
No, it's top of the hill just before Green's property. It's right
Is
to
that
the
the one
top.
that's sunk in right now?
No.
There's a,
No,
there's a
it's this side of it. It's this side of it. It's right top of the hill. There's a pond, like a drainage right there. That culvert right there. And the only reason I put that in there is because it's too deep for us to do with the backhoe. So I figured it's easier just to, whoever gets the lower one, they can do the upper one too.
Okay. Will they be able to do both these projects in the same day?
They should be able to, in my theory, because they're not really that complicated. Culvert number
Because-
28 is pipe.
Because it's gonna have to be closed for that.
Correct. Yep, and we have 6 other culverts we're gonna be changing throughout the summer too.
Do they all need state permits, or do
No,
they?
just
They're
that
over
one.
36 inches.
If it's over
36 inches and
36,
bigger.
is the 30,
And,
okay.
and it has a hydraulic study.
Okay.
It has to be
Permitted by the state.
permitted by the state and federal.
Yeah.
That's a waterway
And
possibly.
just so you guys are aware, I did put in there in these two, so we don't have a summer like we did last summer, that I'm asking the company that does it to do temporary paving a week after the project is complete. So we don't have to go through because these are gonna be fairly big holes, really.
So
So
they're
just-
gonna be 8 feet wide.
So your preference is that one company does both of these?
Correct.
Okay, because I had that question. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. I hadn't seen.
I mean, you can do it, you guys can do it either way, but the problem is having 2 different companies do it, because then you
Yep.
get a territory war.
Yep.
Well, I'm trying to get mine done and I can't because you got that
Yeah.
road shut down.
Yep.
No.
I don't think they're big enough projects that we need to break them up. I mean, they should be able to, if they get right at it, they
Correct.
should be able to do them, because they might even send in 2 machines.
And that's what I would see happening.
Okay, all right, and, go ahead.
The only thing I'd like to add, Alyssa, if you could warn that in case 2 or more of us go to the mandatory pre-bid meeting.
Okay, and I think we have
The paving's on the
3
same.
pre-bids on the
that day.
same day.
On the same day, yeah.
So
Yep.
We could just
I
do
could
one
warn-
blanket
yeah.
warning, yep. That'd be
April
great,
10th,
thank you.
12, all of them are 12 or
No,
Starts at 10
10,
10 and 12.
1,
and then 1.
and then 2.
Oh, is it
Okay.
2 o'clock?
No, it should be 1.
1 o'clock,
Yeah, it's 1.
yep. So
10, 10, 12, and 1, okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the RFP for the Winhall Hollow Road Culvert projects.
For 25 and 28.
For road culvert 25 and 28.
I'll second.
It wasn't on the 28th.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was hungry.
It's on,
Sorry.
it's on April 10th is the meeting. Okay. All right. Any other discussion on, we had a motion and made and seconded, right?
second.
I'm sorry, I was talking, I apologize. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. How many people do you send those out to now?
The direct email for the culvert projects?
10 probably.
Yeah, maybe it's,
Okay.
it's not,
But-
it's not a lot.
No.
We do the advertising in the paper, and we do the website, and we email, so,
But you send it to the common ones.
yeah.
Correct.
Anybody that has to
Hunter
be on the list.
and Clark.
Chico, Amadon, Daniels has been in on some.
Yeah.
Um,
Shades.
We're not sending it.
We gotta stay competitive.
Right, but I mean, and sometimes we only have one show up. Like, well, we did one with Archie, and there was the wall out on South Road. He's the only one that
He's
showed
the
up.
one that should have.
Because it's mandatory that they come to
Oh,
the
yeah, they have, because what that does is that alleviates any questioning.
Well, in most cases.
And-
That's why, if you want it longer, you make it longer now.
That's what we're,
You got it long enough. Okay, we don't
Right.
want to,
nope.
No, and we'll do an addendum if anything changes on anything. 'cause
yeah, but
the
it
last
shouldn't.
issue-
We got caught on that one. Yeah, so let's not. Okay, now, Kendall Farm Road Culvert number 9.
Now, just for reference, that one's the one just past the Stonington Pond.
For
Just-
Rocky Dale?
Just past the Snowy Pond.
Okay.
I mean, it's the Snowy Pond and it's right there. It's one we've had issues with, is it's not long enough. We get high waters and stuff, and the edge of the road will fall in and stuff.
And that one, they'll obviously have to leave a lane open in and out for.
I don't think it's gonna take long to do it.
Okay.
But you're going to have to
Or
plan
we'll
on,
see.
we're going to have to, we should tell the people that live beyond there, when we get ready to do it, that there's going to be a window, that it's going to be closed for
Couple
a
hours.
couple of hours, just so that they are told, because somebody, well, I got a meeting at 1, and well,
Yeah.
it's closed at 1.
Yep.
So we're going to have to, now, does this one also need permits? It's 36
It
inch?
does not meet the criteria, but however, Josh Carvajal would be like to be present pre-bid and during the project. Just keep an eye on it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
As long as we don't have to go through the Corps of Engineers, which I don't see why
And
it's not.
he said it was our call, and we can drag him in, but
No, I don't see any reason to. It's not navigable water. The
it's-
Corps of Engineers,
The state has been in and said that it did not qualify to be.
okay, he would like to be, that's fine. We can work with
Josh is really good with
Josh.
us.
He's been good. He's been tough, but he's been good.
Yep.
All right, so this is that one culvert, 36 inches by 32 inches. Whoa, wait a minute, whoa, current culvert is 32. Culvert to be replaced is a 60-inch by 40-foot culvert. Okay, good thing I read down there further. I was thinking they were just under the guideline. Okay, so he said the federal government doesn't need to be involved in this. Okay, so that's that one that's just past the snowmaking pond entrance. Is there any discussion? Or can I get a motion to
Make
put
a
it out to bid?
motion to put out to bid the RFP for the culvert on Kendall Farm.
Number 9 replacement. Okay, motion made
Second.
and seconded. Any other discussion? Okay. And that one is at 1 o'clock. So so we're at 10 and noon
Yep.
and 1 and 2, right?
No, just
We don't have a 2?
Nope.
Gonna be done by 2. Okay. That's all the RFPs, right?
All in favor?
Did we make a motion on that?
Yes.
We made a motion, but I didn't vote on it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, what else you got?
Do you want to go back into discussion?
Yes, we can. All right, so now we'll talk about having Megan, can I get a motion? I mean, hopefully she won't be plowing much more this year. So do we want to make it official that it's okay for her to do it?
I just had one question. I don't know when we have anybody that drives a truck, I don't drive any town equipment, not yet anyway. Do we do a driving record, like clean driving record on them?
She has to for her, to work for the town. She's driving stuff now.
Yeah, they don't do a clean driving record.
On anybody?
No.
Only the
Because
CDLs.
basically, she's running a one-ton truck.
Right, I just, no, it was just a question, like, do we check, like, that they're at 9.5 points? I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
These guys do because they have CDLs. for the
Right.
business. So you have to do drug tests
Right.
and all that stuff.
Right.
So, but,
It's all off of your CDL weight limits is how this goes, is what I tried to explain before.
Okay.
When there was a question whether she could operate it or not, and I had told Beth that it doesn't even fall into a CDL category.
all right, because she's not going to be driving the big
And
truck.
I wasn't talking about a CDL, just to clarify.
No, it's okay.
I was talking about the insurance classification. And I know she's not on the roof, I know she's not running a chainsaw. I was using that as an example, that there are certain categories that are a higher risk. And I just wanted to make sure that she is in the right category because it's based on the wages. I assume you know all this, Scott, because you're sitting there very disgusted with me. But I mean, I feel
That's
like...
okay.
Discussed it too, because point of order, you didn't raise your hand, you weren't called on.
Okay.
Trevor and I had.
So let's just,
I'd make a motion that we would approve Meg for doing the, plowing.
she's just doing
Substitute, yeah. And
the small roads
right,
and
small road, yeah, no
and
CDL,
the,
just a small road plowing
intersections.
and make it.
I guess my
Just
other
to-
question is, are you guys gonna come forth with some kind of guideline for us managers as to what we're allowed to do and not allowed to do, what we need to run by you, what we don't need to run by you?
Well, I guess we didn't put it in the minutes, so we're going to clarify, we're going to put it in the minutes, and I know we talked about it, but we didn't record it in the minute. We're going to record it in the minutes that it's okay. I think we will record it, that it's okay.
Well, and
Just to say.
I think it's okay, Scott, for us to ask questions if we don't know, because truly, we are the responsible party, and if we don't know the answer, and I like to ask questions, I'm gonna ask.
Well, I understand that, but I'll be totally honest with you guys, it very much feels like micromanaging all the time here lately.
Well,
You've got one person right there shaking her head yes on your board, so there probably is something.
I believe we should trust the managers we hire. And if they are not able to make those decisions, that's our problem.
I mean, what's the sense of having?
well, I thought we had approved it when we talked about it before, but we didn't put it in the minutes.
I guess I felt, or my interpretation of it was they were letting us know that they had problem solved a situation more than they were coming to us.
To seek approval.
Exactly.
Right, which we just didn't record in the minutes, so I think we all feel it's okay to do that, and I don't feel bad about having to do that. Let's just make it official and put it in the minutes so that we're at the end of that issue.
So I make a motion that we are making it official that you guys have made a decision and we agree with you.
And her time for what she's doing, that comes out of your budget.
Right.
And it comes off Scott, so.
Yeah.
So we had a motion made to put it in the minutes.
Second that.
Motion made and seconded. Any more discussion?
I just want to clarify again, I was not singling anyone out. I was not trying to act like micromanaging. I was just looking for clarification,
Okay.
and I just thought it should be in the minutes
Okay.
because I thought it was a liability to the town. It was not an intent,
Okay,
and
well-
not to oversee anyone's as their department heads. I just didn't know that that's how that worked. I didn't know there was a problem. Again, it wasn't in the minutes, and I was just trying to get
I guess
clarification.
we didn't make an official
That,
motion.
I wasn't making a big
So-
deal out of it, but it just kind of came up out of the blue, and it just seemed like...
Okay, well, it's gonna be in the minutes in just a minute. So a motion made and seconded to allow Megan to plow intersections and some of your short roads and stuff
As needed.
as needed. Hopefully it won't be needed anymore this
You
year.
know, and just for clarification too, you know, in past hurricanes and stuff, you know, we've actually used the transfer station guys to go do stuff during the big hurricanes and stuff like that. So we're in it.
Hopefully we don't have a big hurricane this year. All right, motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You've got that, Caroline? Thank you. Okay, that's in. All right, you got any?
Nothing else really. I mean, we got our gravel. We started filling in some potholes today. We're going to do some more tomorrow. And
So I drove through Todd Hill and that area, but it's cold enough that the road is in really good shape. I didn't get on a lot of other town roads today, but I think we're in relatively good shape right now.
yep.
I mean, it softened up a little bit, but I don't think we got any quagmire.
The weather looks good for the next week for far as keeping things at bay. We're not getting really hot again. So I think we're okay.
As long as we don't get 70.
Oh, that's the issue. Once we hit that, then we got another problem. But we spent the day spreading some gravel out of potholes and stuff, just trying to puddle them along the best we can.
Okay.
Should we have Stratton in fairly soon to get that
Well,
moving
I
along?
was thinking that the way, I wasn't gonna do it today because it was damn cold out there.
Yep.
But I think that if the temperature is reasonable in the next couple of days, I think the snow has gone down enough, we could actually, because I want to look at those culverts between the top paving project and down to the next one and decide which culverts we want to do. You said you wanted to come, would you be?
Yes.
When are you have backup, or do you have backup, or after 1 you'd be available?
After 1 or Monday or Thursday, Al's here, or a Friday morning.
Okay.
I can also be available some Tuesdays depending on.
Well, I just assumed do this week so that we can get a plan, because we got to get Stratton involved to see if they've got any money this year. And then we can have a better feel for what we got to do. Because we looked at most of them 2 or 3 years ago now. I want to look at them again, just to get an eye on them so we decide which ones to do. I guess we should reach out to
Great.
Pat. So are you in the office tomorrow?
Yeah.
If the weather's good, do you want to do it tomorrow morning?
Probably good.
Tomorrow looks clear, and then it's 5 days of rain, so we might want to do
Well,
it
let's
tomorrow.
try to do it, and I'd like to get it going
Okay.
so that we can get together with Stratton.
Okay, what time do you want to do that?
6?
No.
I'll be awake, I'll be ready to go. But, how about 8 o'clock?
8,
Okay.
be great. Where,
Why
I'll just,
don't we meet at what used to be Telephone Road?
okay,
And then we'll get in one vehicle from there and
Okay.
go for them, because we start there.
okay,
All right?
fantastic.
What's that?
We're waiting on one.
We're waiting on one, but we have all the others.
That's the only one that I know of up there. Just the one.
Which one?
Hydraulics.
Is
Just
that?
that one is above Intervale. That's down like 30 feet.
What's that? That better be on time tomorrow.
It's in good shape. I don't want to tackle another big one. Okay.
That's one of those funky ones we'll talk about tomorrow. So 8 o'clock tomorrow, Stratton
8
Road?
o'clock, yes. I'll be there with my tall boots on. How, are they far over the bank? One by Intervale is.
Few of them are.
Okay. So I'm prepared. Because it's definitely breaking pretty bad there below Intervale.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, hopefully, we can do the rest of that session this year and be done. So, I'll try to send the thing to Pat here in a minute. Okay, if that's all we got for you. Now, let's see, did we have some access permits?
Yes, we have
Why
one.
don't you hang out for a minute
We'll
here?
just do that, we'll move it up. So I have an access permit for Lawrence Michael Jenks at 47 Mountain View Road Extension. That is the new number. It's pre-existing, the road is already in place.
Does it need a culvert?
We don't believe so, Trevor looked at it, we don't believe so, but we'll know better probably in a...
Yeah, it's hard to tell, Stuart, because the snow's so deep.
It was where Hunter went in and accessed for the logging.
Okay.
So it's kind of down the hill from Margaret's holding pond.
Okay. All right, so it is actually to be determined if it needs a culvert at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's already in place. They truck logs out of there, so I assume we're good, but we can adjust it. He's willing to do whatever we need him to do.
Okay, so when the snow's gone, so we can do the basic approval on it, and then as the snow leaves, hopefully in the next few weeks, then we can revisit it and if need be. But it's not going to a residence or anything. It's just it's a logging road.
No, it was a logging road. It's going to some kind of building,
Okay.
is all I can tell you.
Okay.
Camp,
Okay.
something.
All right. And this
I'll
is,
need to know at some point, Beth, so I'll know what to tell the state
Yep.
is the site type.
Yep.
okay. So is he doing anything with it now?
As soon as you give him permission.
The way we've always done it is stuff like that, as long as we get the initial proceed signed off on it, we've allowed the contractors to do it, just keep an eye on them.
So you're gonna have to go up when they get ready to do it.
Correct.
So that you can, I mean, if they're gonna start digging in the snow, we gotta decide if it needs a culvert or it's open.
I don't think they're going to be doing any digging. I think they're going to literally drive over what's pre-existing there.
Okay.
Unless Trevor says that a culvert's needed, and then they would put it in. But from my recollection, it's been a couple of years, the ditch is on the opposite side, not on that side.
Okay. All right, so what's your pleasure on this? It appeared that I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, I was on that, I think it was last summer, and there didn't appear to be.
There's no ditch washing into that
There's a
area.
ditch, like you said, on the
I
opposite
can't make
side.
a motion.
I had a question on the road itself. Is Stratton aware that road right to the bottom is considered Mountain View Road Extension? I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but I had to go all the way down in there to turn around to come back to measure. And that Stratton View Road Extension always ended at the top of the hill. And you were like on a cul-de-sac and your driveway went off.
Well, I think they know they're supposed to plow it, but it quite often doesn't.
Just me, my mind rambling. It's not a question for you guys, it's just, I'll look at
Isn't it more 911?
Yeah, I'll look at it more.
Yes, with his name and number.
So this is after the intersection by Brophy's, where you go.
It's
where
up
you
at
go-
the top, so where my driveway goes in, the power line's straight ahead, he's gonna be going down through the gate.
So
to Margaret's
as
right
though
here.
you were coming out of your house, he's going to be on the right-hand side
So
going
it's gonna
down.
be straight across.
Trevor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember where the skidder accident was?
No, I didn't get involved in that one.
The only reason I ask is because I measured,
For sure.
I measured for 2 other numbers, so that makes 3 on there.
I was there.
I might push that into having them to name it as a separate road,
Off into Margaret's.
because I measured for Michael, for Hunter's pit area, and Margaret's house in Lagoon.
But they haven't,
Three.
right, but they haven't submitted anything, so we could probably just go ahead with this one, and then if we have to change something
So just
later.
FYI, Beth, if they do send something in, just let me know, because that might kick them to have to.
So you're talking the road, this driveway may have to be named a road.
Yeah, on that stretch of road, because if they put in for access permits for those other 2, and you'll have to have numbers, that makes 3 numbers.
Okay, so if it's 3 or more
And it
on
really
an
is a
access.
separate road.
It's-
It doesn't, Mountain View Extension Road ends at the very top into a
Yeah.
cul-de-sac.
I-
That driveway goes one way, this is actually a separate road going to the right. Right now, with just one number, it acts like a driveway.
I think my suggestion to Margaret, when I realized she didn't have a number on her building because there's chemicals in there, which could be an incident, that get numbered. They probably won't put anything in for the pit because that's not active.
Well, the state,
All right, so
somebody could go in there and get hurt.
yeah, so we'll have to wait until they submit something. I did ask for them to submit an access permit.
Okay. We've heard the access permits for Mountain View Extension number 47, is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Any more discussion on that?
Just to clarify, because Chrissy had asked, so the problem is there is a lot of snow up there, but going off of, we think it's going to be okay, but we can amend it.
Right, okay.
And they're willing to do what we need, but it's just to try to get.
So just tell them we're not sure if it needs a culvert at this point, but I would assume they'd wait till the snow's gone. I don't think they want to start
So
digging through snow.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the right-of-way access permit for 47 Mountain View Extension for Lawrence Michael Jenks.
Motion was made
Second.
and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You got more?
I'm not voting on that, Caroline, if
Yeah.
you'll please note that in the minutes.
She abstained.
Let me sign this. That's the only one I have on that.
You can't sign it.
Oh, yeah, I can't sign it. Here you go. Sorry, I forgot.
Stop.
I was just looking.
I didn't sign yet.
So we're just going to sign the upper portion.
Yeah.
Here, you can sign that and I'll pass it to Julie. Okay. All right, is that, he's got nothing, you've got
I'll wait on these.
liquor licenses.
Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
wait. We'll get everything else done.
Yep, okay, thank you.
all set?
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Trevor.
Who does that go to? Is that you?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, Scott, transfer station. Do we have another RFP for the cleaning services, or do you don't have one for that?
Oh, I made copies last time and didn't bring any more this time.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry.
So, I'm gonna start here somewhere. Clean contract. I told you guys that recycled battery had been bought out by a different company, the battery network. No real major difference. At some point, I've started working on a thing for the speeding that's going on in there that I can run by you guys. I don't really have it so much worked out, but I'm working on it. So at the transfer station on March 7th, 2 of you know about this. It was around 3:30 in the afternoon. I was in the trash shack and I got hit by a car in the trash shack. The car hit the trash shack. I took a little ride in the roller chair. It was kind of like being at a rodeo for a minute or two. It was minor damage to the building. It broke the rail. It shoved the box off the side of the compactor 3 or 4 inches. My bigger problem with it is when I opened the door, once the lady had stopped revving her engine in neutral, and I was scared shitless she was going to drop it and drive and finish what she was doing. I opened the door and she was mad that I was mad that she hit the building with me inside of it. It was Lynn Andrini. She said she didn't have her car in park, but I have a video that I can email to each of you that clearly shows her gunning the car and it slamming into me. After the incident, I had touched base with Beth to let her know what happened, and I touched base with Stuart because those were like the 2 people I knew she would probably call because, oh my God, my attitude was just not... She was going to apologize to me until I came out, and I was upset. So, this is my second run-in with her that's been less than favorable. And if I have one more, I am going to come to you guys and I am going to ask you to revoke her permit. Because
In what
you don't
time
pay
period?
enough to deal with it. So it was
March 7th was this one.
about 3:30 p.m.
No, I meant
The other incident.
the
The
other.
other one was with Brian. We closed the swap shop at 3:30. She came in, it was like 3:40. Gets right out of her vehicle, opens the door right up. starts lugging her stuff in, whatever. Brian said, excuse me, that's closed. She proceeded to call him some choice names and say that she's lived here for 40 years, she'll do whatever she wants. She didn't like Brian's attitude. She asked Brian what his name was, and Brian told her. He also called her Karen, which I did reprimand him for. I realized he was upset, but that happened, was this March? That happened around December.
Probably somewhere in that area.
So within a small time.
I understand, believe me, I'm not without empathy to the fact that, you know, Dave is not doing well and so on and so forth, but I also, she was one of the ones, because I didn't get in here after Christmas and we had done, I was gonna count the bag things and see what was going on, who were my offenders. She actually was one of them who argued with me profusely that because she had a young gal from Brazil moved in to help take care of Dave, it was her fault that she didn't use the green bags. We had a discussion and I asked her to please stop the officer on her way out, which she didn't do. She just left, and I was like, okay, not a problem. When you come back in, I'll turn you away. So, I mean, I'm done. I'm done dealing. If I have another incident, major incident, I'm done dealing with her. I just don't. I don't care what your problems are at home, you don't need to bring it in on me, and you certainly don't need to run into a building and then be mad at me because I'm upset. So I just want you guys all to be aware that this could potentially pop up again.
Do you have contact information for her? I don't mind.
I do. Do you want me to, I'll
I
share
mean,
that with you?
I can reach out to her and back you up if that's what you would like, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, you can if you want, I'm just saying, you know, I mean, if she behaves, now, you know, I got no issue. But if she doesn't, then
What's the name of the road?
It's not the only
Telephone road, it's at Garden Loop Road now.
Insurance claim?
What's the name of the road by the telephone office now?
I mean, it broke.
It's not Garden Loop, it's just Stratton
And
Gardens.
the
Stratton
boat just
Gardens.
pulled out.
Yeah.
But what I couldn't make her understand is the fact that there's all these electrical conduits that run into that building, and if they had snapped and a wire had busted or whatever else, but apparently my life isn't worth nothing, so we don't worry about that. We just get pissed off because I was pissed off. Point taken. What else has gone on? Oh, we got an addendum to our transfer station certification. Did you see that we now reporting is every 2 years instead of 1 year?
Yes.
But yet
Nice.
they're up our ass about
Right.
everything else. I
Just
couldn't
did another
figure
one.
that out. Because I also got an email that, I know I didn't file this year's, but I know I did last year's for our electronic reporting. Yeah, they just worry about the stupidest shit. Casella, we may see a price adjustment on our compost because their facility in Bennington is currently shut down because the neighbors complained it stunk. So they are currently trucking that to Cambridge, New York.
Interesting.
So we may see something pop up for, because we know how they are. They like to do that stuff. Is that it for, and then just a quick thing on that, Christie, on back when I did all that tallying, surprisingly enough, the most issues I had with the non-green bag were with residents.
Really?
That's
Yep. Yep, Jim Reynolds
that's almost
asked me-
good to hear.
Jim Reynolds asked me when we changed that rule. That was 2015. But
Thank you.
it was interesting. It was quite eye-opening, to
I
actually
bet.
be honest. The one thing I did notice that is my next thing that we're gonna really start cracking down on, though, is people are getting lazy about their recycling and I'll just have to deal with it. It's just what it is. Is there anything else? No,
As far as sneaking it into the green
I'm
bags?
just chucking it right away.
Oh, just
Rifling it right in there.
Oh.
It's a little different now because I man that box. They aren't getting away with as much. It was very nice the other day when I had things to do in the office and I went up there and there was not, it was everything was a green bag. It's like, oh. Speeding still is a concern. I got a guy the other day doing 26 miles an hour in there around the building.
He says that you're going pretty good.
Yeah, he said he didn't see the sign.
So-
I said, well, how could you? 26 miles an hour. How could you see the sign?
So are we gonna be able to push that building back onto the?
Yeah. We'll just.
So you can set in it, so you can tell where it's supposed to be, and we'll let them push it
Yeah, I
back
put
out.
everything back up on the walls and.
Okay, so
Decided to make
other than that,
it-
we gotta fix the railing.
Railing's gotta be fixed. I gotta do some other railing work there anyways, to make sure that we stay within code of
So
OSHA.
we don't have, so it didn't jeopardize the electrical, it didn't get moved far
Well,
enough.
I do have a post that I've gotta fix, because the asshole snowplower hit it with the pusher and broke it.
We'll have to take him out behind
That
the
fucking guy, I'm
barn and start flashing.
you know, he causes you more problems.
Just a second.
I just
Scott.
wondered if you had any idea the monetary damage.
I think
So it was a one piece of 2x4, it's about that long, Teresa.
Yeah.
So that's probably what now, $3, $4?
Well, it should be under,
It-
I mean, is it something we can do in-house?
Oh,
Or do we
yeah.
have to hire
It's
someone?
just that she broke that one rail. It didn't push through the side of the building, so it just broke the rail.
What about the lower post?
Well, the lower post, the snowplower guy broke.
Oh, all right.
And you guys can move it back onto wherever.
Yeah, it just needs to be
I
pushed
think we can
back.
push it on with
So
a
it's not an insurance thing?
I don't,
What there
I went
is
up and looked at it the next morning. and-
Yeah, what we have is a metal strap that hooks to the packer box and it comes up and it's lagged to the building. It pushed that out, but we could turn that metal down and lag into a different hole.
Well, that's good.
And that should be good. So you're probably less than $5 other than, I think it did break a wheel on my chair when I went flying sideways, but I'm not sure. It still works, I'm not too
No
concerned.
injury to you, I hope.
Well, you're the only one that hoped that.
He's holding his neck funny now.
I know, whiplash.
Well, so funny enough, so my tally now is I've been hit by a car three different times. And now I've been hit in the trash sack.
Well, I'm glad you weren't up in the cardboard one that hit you. That would have really,
They'd have been sailing to get
Yeah,
into that one.
yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
I'm racking it
so if
up.
we can fix it relatively.
Yeah, we'll do it in-house. It's not, we got some other little things we're gonna do too, so. Other than that, yep, the addendum. So the facilities, Michael is taking, the firehouse had a leaky supply line to a toilet. Michael James is gonna be in there tomorrow or Friday to deal with that and a new seat. Back at whenever it was, Stuart knows, the main door at the firehouse decided not to cooperate, and they came and fixed that. I had to come to the town hall at 3 in the morning, 3 weeks ago, recalibrate the boiler because it was off because the outside air temperature got covered up with snow. The carpets got cleaned. Thank you, Beth, for reaching out to them after I did and didn't seem to want to do anything. I have to look at the community center. Laura says, and it's probably because the building's moving, nails are popping on the ceiling, but it's probably.
Well, there's also quite a few programs going on up there.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're jumping, but I think that
I
there's,
think it just moves.
well, it's still a 150-year-old building.
Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out, see if it's something we can just tidy up and,
The lock, if I can just add to the community center, all the locks have been fixed. The door catchers, I don't know what they are, safety pieces at the top. Closures. Dan has fixed those. They were not on the doors to spec, which is why they snapped off and came off. So he fixed those, so they should be all set with their locks down there now.
Now, all right, Knox boxes. So the community center has a master, are we gonna be, is that one gonna be using the same master key system we got, or is that one gonna change?
What he's gonna do is gonna key that to the same as this building. For people like Scott, the select board.
Okay, so should we, for the Knox box system, because, I mean, I have a key, but if we get a call there in the middle of the night, that it would be, I may not be there that night, but I have a master key. Now, I have someone who bought a small Knox box, and the problem is their building needs like 5 keys because of all the outside entrances they have. So I told them they've got to buy the bigger Knox box, and we will reimburse them for their smaller Knox box, and we could use that either at the library or down there, because the small ones, the little white ones, only hold 1 key. So if we've got master key, then we could put that on the side of that building. Okay, so I told them we would reimburse them for that, and they buy the new one, the bigger one, which is a little more money. I said, you buy that, we'll pay you back what you paid for that, and we'll take that box back, and I gotta get it appropriated to that building as far as the numbers go and stuff, so they can tell what boxes I opened and closed. So if that's okay, I made that decision without asking anybody, but we gotta buy them anyways to have our other buildings have master keys.
We don't need a motion for you to do that.
I don't think so.
No.
I made an executive decision on that one.
Great.
Okay. How are we coming on this?
So I got to meet with Ray about the back side of the building.
The electrical stuff?
As you pointed out.
Yeah.
What I had done on the other electrical stuff is I had said to them, you know, you guys deal with Kevin Southworth. I don't want to be in the middle of it. It's your job.
Yep.
Your job, not my job. It's your job.
Okay.
You got electrical boxes that need to be furred out or moved. Get Kevin in, do what he needs to do. Then he'll just send a bill direct to me. You don't have to do it through you guys, but send a bill direct to me. On the back side, we have the same thing. There's some electrical boxes and the overhead, the
Exhaust for the furnace.
Jesus.
The exhaust for the furnace.
Yeah, and the bulkhead door.
Right.
When they put the insulation on, we've got issues there.
Well, I think what they're gonna have to do is jog up and not insulate right to the
I'm
door.
going to meet with Ray
You got an appointment with?
to see what, yeah, he's supposed to let me know in the next day or so when he
Okay.
wants to swing in, so we can kind of go over like what's he gonna do with, or at least put it on his radar.
Now,
You're gonna have issues there.
so the exhaust for the furnace,
It's illegal, so let's just say that right out the gate, because it's within 6 feet of an opening window. So again, I don't know how this building
well,
not done.
so is there any way we can move it? I assume we could put a lateral on it.
I don't know, because
But-
being it's, you know, it's your regular suitcase wall hung boiler. I don't know what the specifications are
So,
as to how far.
But when you talk to whoever you're gonna have do it, I assume the guy who usually fixes the furnace.
If I can get them.
If you can get
I've been able to get
it.
them.
If not,
Phone call.
if we could talk to them about possibly moving that,
Well, it has to be moved.
okay.
They don't have a choice. It's not code.
So, because considering the heat for Deb's office operates off a different thermostat, So her office, I believe, isn't that correct?
I don't know how it operates. It's always just
It's
so
always-
hot in there.
Well, she's directly over the
Well,
furnace.
I know that. I'm sorry, Alex.
I was just gonna say it's an absolute sauna in there and not being able to open.
Well, you know, some people would have that as a request, you know?
Yeah.
So
Well,
anyways,
The funny thing about all this is, and maybe it's not a funny thing, but it is to me, way back when it wasn't too long, and because I've had all these units installed in this building, they weren't in here when we moved in. I had gone to Kate at the time, said, do you want one of these in this office because of the way this office is? Absolutely not. When Deb took over, I said, do you want one of these in here to help cool the office down? Absolutely not.
okay.
Hindsight 2020, I should have just did it anyways because I knew that was going to be a problem because you're sitting over the top of that furnace room. That furnace room runs 95 to 105 degrees all the time.
Right.
And you can't have
too
the
bad
door
we couldn't
open
have put-
because it's a fireproof door.
Too bad we couldn't put that over underneath the vault.
That would have been great.
Then we could have solved that problem.
Yeah,
That's very
it
close.
would've. He'd have taken- Yeah, so what I gotta have them do is they're gonna have to move that over. And it's gonna have to go up. They gotta get 6 feet from the opening window over and up. It is not gonna cure the heat in the room, but it will allow you to open the window to.
Well, I'm wondering if also, if they run it over laterally, if they can go up.
They can probably only go so far, Stuart, because I think there's a limitation on those because of the way that furnace operates.
Because it puts out a lot of moisture.
A lot of moisture because they have condensation pump units on them.
Okay, so I just thought I'd mention it, so when you talk to whoever you're gonna be
Yeah.
able to find to do that, because that's gotta be done
It
before they
has to
can.
go
Yeah.
back. It has to be cold. I can't believe this
No.
building got okay with it, with the way it
Well,
is, but.
So when they bid this work, were they not aware of these things that would have to happen to do this work? Because I think
I don't think they thought about
I
it.
don't, yeah.
I don't think so.
We
Is there a
pushed them.
holdup to why they can't do the front of the building?
No, they're doing the front first. It's just we kind of wanted to get prepared in the back because,
Well, we also have a problem. They've got new doors, but they want to put those in before they come across the front because there's no jogs that they can go around, so they're waiting to get the door in.
Do they have the doors?
They have the door, right?
So what I don't understand
It's my
is,
understanding.
yeah, when the guy was here talking to us prior to,
I know, that's why.
you know, it's a little bit disconcerting, like.
Well, that's why Scott's gonna have a meeting with them.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the next couple of days. so we
Be
can
happy
get
to
it.
join you if you'd like some company.
I don't give a shit.
So I did reach out to Ray about the doors to schedule Dan because Dan has the locks for both doors. So I've taken that on, just so you're aware of that. And I think I heard you right when you said that we're paying Southworth directly?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll have to get the paperwork for Debbie that she'll need. Okay.
Always have.
No, I know, I'm just kind of following up. Just,
Have to have
Okay.
his insurance and his,
Yeah,
W9.
okay, so if you're gonna meet with him, then hopefully they can move along, because they're just kind of doing small pieces now until they get these, because they've got some on the end that it needs for the generators,
yeah.
and then on the back for the sewage pump shut off. So, yeah. And I bet they'd like it if it stopped raining. They worked through that rain the other day, but he says, I like the cold weather, but I do the rain, he says.
Yeah, I gotta say, they're pretty dedicated.
Yeah.
I would've been telling my boss, shove up the ass, I ain't working in that.
So,
and then I noticed that we got all the generators.
Generators are all taken care of. Oil's been changed, tune-ups have been done.
so we got Gary back on board with that stuff now.
We will run right into the same problem next year if we have
Well, yeah,
cold weather.
but they need to be done before winter anyways.
They are, actually, they're serviced once a year.
Yeah.
But because of the fact they don't run a long enough cycle, when they test run, it just builds condensation, it drops into the oil pan, it freezes over time.
How often do they test run?
Once a week,
Once a week.
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesdays
15
usually.
minutes.
And mine's 12 or 15
I
minutes.
think it's 11 o'clock.
What you got, Teresa?
At town meeting, Margaret, the head of school, mentioned about the generator at the mountain school. That's not our generator. I know
No,
we didn't put that in.
we did. But
Teresa, when we sold the building, that generator went.
Became their
with-
responsibility.
Yeah, that went with the building, which is actually not a bad thing, because that one's considered industrial. And you actually have to have somebody that's licensed in industrial
Right.
generators service that.
yeah, that's theirs.
So that really is theirs. I mean,
Yeah.
we put it in as a town and paid for it, but it's theirs.
While we owned it.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah. But the generators we have are 2 here, which is kind of awkward, and 1 at the town garage. Those are the only generators we have.
Right.
Thank
So-
you.
I'm assuming if something happens with
Oh, and we do have this one, we usually maintain this one. We change oil on this one.
At the
down at
fire
Sparks.
department?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but well, we've got a meeting next week,
24.
Tuesday.
Tuesday the 24th, here, I believe.
5
I
o'clock,
think we skipped,
I'm thinking, yes, I think it is here.
yes, because we need the TV, because they'll be logging in. But anyways, yeah,
We're gonna do something with Deb's office.
Yeah, I was gonna
actually
mention that.
need to talk to Al a little bit about that. Because of the double doors, again, it's just stupid. I don't know why they did it, but what we wanna do, because Deb wants to be able to have a space where if she's working on her tax, like people can come in and they can't see. And I get that. They can't see the information. It's kind of a weird setup in there now, so I had spoke to her to see like what would work best. And the idea, what we think is to take out one of the double doors and make wall space so she can tuck over. And when people come in, they're not like looking right at her stuff. I have to talk to Al about it because I'm not sure if we can use the one door that's existing or if we're gonna have to pull it all out, frame it in, and then just get a new glass door. But she wants something to give her more, so
she wants to rearrange the office, which
Well,
I,
yeah, she wants.
which I think it's great. And if she
Taxes and stuff.
wants it
like
that way, I think we should
That's
do.
correct, right, Al?
I think also,
That's correct, right?
I looked at it with,
You guys talked it over and
I
said,
looked at it with Debbie.
because you're actually talking of almost having two desks so that you guys can, no?
No, one desk.
Okay.
One desk, but so what she wants is she wants like how we have at the clerk's area, there's like a upper counter, so people can come, they can stand there, but then you have your own counter below it.
Area.
And then it'll kind of wrap around.
You can hide your junk underneath the,
Yeah, that's right, yes.
well, which is just, you know,
Well, and there's a lot of.
Sensitive.
She has sensitive information, that really, it'd be good if we could kind of tuck some of that away.
absolutely. Yep.
Redo the shelving and all that stuff in
you
there.
know, I think most of the plugs, you could correct me, Al, if I'm wrong, for the Wi-Fi and the phone and all that stuff, I think that's all on the left side when you walk in, like there's nothing on the right side, just, not that we couldn't
I assume-
redo something,
Yeah,
but
we'll have to figure that out.
That's over the furnace room, so if we had to, we could rearrange them.
Yeah.
They can be pulled out and moved over, I'm sure. All it takes is time and money.
Yeah,
And
we got
if we
money,
got the
right.
money, somebody's got the time. But we just have to move it.
Well, I told her, just, tell us what you want, it's your office, set it
Yeah,
up.
absolutely.
It's for you.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't work in there. She's
But it just,
thing.
no, if she wants that change, let's change it. Let's keep her happy. Okay,
And then, I think that's
So
pretty much
the-
it besides your cleaning.
cleaning,
Oh, you-
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I wanted to ask you about doing an RFP for the library roof. I think we should get another
Oh, yeah.
1 or 2 bids for that.
Yeah, you can.
Is that okay? I just wanted to, I was told you're in charge, so I thought I would ask you if it's okay to.
yeah, I'd
I thought
forgotten
I
about
could
that.
take,
Good question.
I could take this detail from the one, basically, get rid of the who and the numbers and essentially give
Yeah,
the same thing. If
and
it's okay with Lissa,
the
you just
thing-
put it it on the RFP.
Right, and the good thing is that there are the two options of whether it's a cold roof.
Right.
It
If
would
it
be,
is a cold roof,
it would
it
be-
needs to be a detailed description of how they're
How it's
going to create
right.
a cold roof.
it has to be said, here's without a cold roof and here's
Right,
with a cold roof. Because that's a little, we
Well,
figured
and
that out.
does it have to be a cold roof, or is it about ventilation?
Ventilation.
Okay, because
Because-
that's, because it's
Well,
not a
there
huge
is-
roof, but I don't
There's no
know.
insulation in the attic.
Right, yeah, and you gotta have access to the attic to
But
figure
it
out
might
what
be
you.
cheaper to just insulate up there
I don't
versus building
I don't think you can get enough insulation in it to do it, because they usually keep pretty toasty in there. And I think that it wouldn't hurt to put some insulation in it. Is there an access point to the
Yep,
attic?
it's right, where the librarian's chair is, there's an access.
I go in there so much, I really remember.
Right there.
The only time I go in there, there's water in the basement.
Part of the problem there too, along with the heat, is the fact that the old chimney stands. And it's because I put insulation and plugs in it where the stovepipes went in years ago to stop it from sucking. But that's a big old hunk of just nothing that runs up through the center of the building.
And heat goes up it, so it makes it warmer. What you got, Al?
I was gonna say that as far as the attic goes, we could see about blown-in cellulose. That would probably be the best bet to insulate that up there. And I had talked to a homeowner, I was doing windows, a friend of mine, and he had I think it was a pest control company actually came in and like they blocked off pest spots, but then they also did blown-in cellulose while they were up in there. And he said it was the cheapest way to get his attic insulated. So I could reach out to him and just see what, who did that.
Maybe have them come and look at it and make recommendations, and then we'll have to, but don't let them give us a price. Have us, tell him we're gonna use his knowledge of what we should be requesting, instead of just saying we want this done. Maybe there are 2 steps to the process that we should be doing.
Yep.
And that we're gonna pick his brain a little bit, if he will allow us, so that we can write a adequate RFP to do the job. Does that sound right?
I mean, it sounds like, there's 2 different things, but if I'm hearing you guys correctly now, is insulate, right, in the attic space, and then do re-roof.
We have to, I think we should do the roof as soon as possible.
Yeah, I do too, so I think
There's
just take
one
that.
thing that I think we should look at before we worry about the insulation though is to find out the cost of what it's costing us to heat it for the winter.
Isn't that on
Because-
the energy site?
It may not
Be, right, no, it might not be that big a deal.
It might not be costing you a lot right now because
If it's not open.
Is the energy dashboard still keeping track of all that stuff?
We haven't heard anything about that.
yeah, that was a.
Well, what if we just do an RFP then for the roof? Yeah, let's go do the roof. The insulation can be sort of part 2, and depending on what another roofer says about ventilation.
Because ideally, at some point, if you wanted to do it and do it correctly, you would hire a company in to do a blower door test on all your buildings.
Right.
And find where all your leaks and stuff are.
Yep.
But I mean, I don't.
Well, that's what he wanted to do before we put the windows in. But we said the windows are so bad, let's not waste the money on a blower
Wouldn't have gotten
test,
anything.
because it would have sucked the windows in.
Right.
But they were pretty bad.
I know, I cleaned
Just
them.
like doing
Did you clean them? They should be a little bit better now.
a blower test on the 4-bay.
So-
Look.
Yeah.
So
Which at some
you're gonna
point-
do an RFP for the library then?
For the library roof, yeah.
Okay.
I think we should have the roof, and then if we could reach out to a guy like that maybe, would he be willing to come in and
Yeah, 'cause
give us
I've
a
never-
brief?
Honestly, I've never had them complain like, ooh, there's a draft or it's.
No, because they just turn the heat on, so which is,
So I don't really know, like, just, is.
it's gotta be better, those
And like
windows.
the rot on the sides, on the trim, because I do spend time in the library. I love our little library. Is that going to get solved, that happening with the new roof?
We'll have to
Yes,
back it up
because,
with it.
yeah, I mean, what should happen is whether it's in the RFP or whatever, is that there should be an appropriate drip edge put on that kicks that water out past that.
Okay.
Do you remember that roof was supposed to have done about 11 years ago, and we didn't have the money at the time, so it got deferred. But when Joslin Brothers did our other roofs, we knew that it was, and because they had to fix a lot of the trim on there, but they were like, yeah, you need to get drip edge to get it, so it's pushing out over it, not running right down it. Okay. And that is something that obviously, like when an RFP goes out and you have a site visit, could be there to point out and say, you know, this is an issue that will need to be corrected.
So can Lissa essentially take what the breakdown that's on this one and turn it into an RFP,
Yeah.
send it to you, and if there's a drip edge or anything that needs to be added, you can tweak it so it can get
Yeah.
posted pretty quickly?
The appropriate drip edge too.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that we have to look at is, because you only have so much money in your facilities reserve fund, and you're gonna need a lot of it on this building right here. I don't know exactly the number that's gonna be left in there.
But we also
Isn't
have
the
the
library, is
general.
it different? Isn't the library a different fund? for the-
Yeah,
Well,
your library only, your library.
Didn't we use most of this for ARPA?
No, only 218, I believe.
118.
And it came to 270.
So we also have the general reserve fund, which is for
I
extra.
was never told that that was allowed to be used that way.
Well,
We'll
that's why
find
it's
out. Either
general.
way, it's,
Well,
either way, we gotta,
We'll get up to date on it.
Yeah.
One part's your problem, not mine.
You gotta get it lined up, and we gotta figure out how
I'll
to pay
spend
for
your
it.
money.
Actually, Debbie's earning money for us, and we'll just have to start using that.
So
I have all the financials here if you guys want.
do we,
Yeah, I'd like one out.
do we need to make a motion to
Gotta do an RFP.
move forward with the RFP on the
we
library?
just-
I think we should.
Approve it once we get it back.
No, we have to make it, we have to vote on doing an RFP.
I make a motion we do an
I mean,
RFP for
that was what we
Yeah,
just
I
did
mean,
with all these
if that's-
RFPs.
Okay.
Could you draw an RFP up for us for the
If I
library?
had some data,
We can,
Do
we
you
can
have
get
the bid, the quote that came from, here, Scott, why don't you take a look at this, and then I'll get a copy from you, Lissa,
Would
if
you
that's
guys try to work it out?
I don't think I've,
seen that. It was here, I got that here.
is that the contract for this building?
No,
No,
it's
it's
for
a
the
quote
library.
for the library roof.
Oh,
I don't
just
think
wanna-
you were here that night
I
when
don't think I
when Ray
was.
came and presented the roof and the cold roof and.
Oh, okay, so,
Was there a second on the motion to get an RFP
It
together?
was not. Second.
Okay, there is now. Motion made and seconded to ask Lissa and Scott to get together on the RFP for the roof and to, do we need to see it before it goes out?
Well, sure, we've been looking at them all, so we should look at them all.
If you could send it around to us when you get one kind of straightened out, okay?
Let me give a,
This was
All in favor?
Caroline?
just shingling,
You good?
and then.
You've just voted
Spend
on
an
that.
asshole
Oh, we did.
to get it
I just had a quick question. So why do you want to do that?
is
Why do we want to vote on an RFP?
what would cost.
No, I understand. Why do you want to have another RFP? If didn't you already get one from?
No?
No.
No, there was no RFP.
He just gave a quote.
He just said, we know you've been looking at the roof, and he's just trying to drum up business.
Okay, okay.
So-
So that wasn't a result
did-
of an RFP?
We
Okay.
did not put an RFP out.
See, I didn't even catch that, so. give me
Oh,
all the
boy,
points.
you're slipping. You're slipping.
adding 25.
So anyways, no, we did not pull one out. That was just,
Here, plus that.
he had mentioned it because Scott had mentioned to him a long time about that, I believe.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they're just reserved.
Yeah, I'll need a copy of
So,
this back.
do you have the heating costs for the library, or is that
So he
Deb?
has a
That was it.
I could probably pull it from the general ledger.
Okay. Is that okay? You want me to ask her?
I can do it, it'll just take a little while to, because it's all.
They all come from Irving.
They're all Irving, so I'll have to pick through the Irving bills to figure out.
Do you want me
Do
to
you know how
ask
much we
her?
pay a
She might be
gallon?
able to do it faster now.
Do you know how,
Probably not.
do you know how much we pay a gallon for?
Well, here we've got
Oh, I can tell you, I can tell you Irving.
library expensive.
For propane?
Propane.
All right, let's see.
Is everything we've got propane except for the library?
Nope. The only thing we have that
Doesn't give
is not propane is the 4-bay is oil. The library is propane, we put brand new
Oh,
propane.
that is propane fuel? Okay.
The only thing left for
Doesn't
is the
give you
4-bay
no
has
balances
an
on it.
oil-fired furnace in it, which was
Is,
put in 86,
yeah.
and
Well, at least we took the pressure off it.
yeah, I'm
Right,
gonna
we're
have to do some digging into that because apparently they don't make one now big enough to do that
Really?
much area.
Alyssa, you'll want to get a different reserve fund. There's no balances on this sheet to help you to put it on the website,
Okay,
just so you're aware of that.
All right, I'll talk to Devin.
Okay.
$3.22.
322, okay.
That was the last
That's
one, and
the
it was the end of February is the last one.
Is that,
What was that one for, Alyssa? Sorry.
$3.22
propane
a
per
gallon
gallon.
for propane.
Oh, we also had an incident with propane.
Oh, yes.
With the what?
They let the 4-bay run out of heating oil.
Again?
No, the 4-bay.
Oh, the one down by you, okay.
Yep. And then they tried to tell us that it was automatic delivery
Every 2 weeks.
every 2 weeks. And then I went back to the camera system and looked back
It
to
had
when
been
they
longer than
actually
2
did it.
weeks. Right.
And it had been over a month.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that,
okay, so,
So that's because we had the other issue with Trevor's garage and the generator, and is that Irving as well?
yep.
Yeah, so we might,
Because
I
right
know you
now-
like to use them because they're
Well, no.
cheaper, but,
Well, that's being fiscally responsible,
Right.
is to find the best price on your heating and propane, and these guys, as a general rule, history-wise, I'm not gonna say right today, but history-wise, these guys are always $1 cheaper.
so you said
And for
322?
the amount we use, it's,
so maybe we just
So,
need to monitor that better up
May I
there.
tell you just a quick story, and I don't know, I'm trying to get a reading from, I have Suburban in my house. I was on a special program through the Masons where I got 25 cents a gallon off. And last time I checked, I was paying $3.79 a gallon. And I was talking with a hunting buddy of mine, and he said, well, if you're a member of the Eagles, you get it a lot cheaper. So I made some phone calls to Suburban. Oh, you're an Eagle? Click, $1.79 a gallon. I don't know if the town can join the Eagles,
well, I'm thinking we might wanna try.
but I mean, if they're selling it for that, they're still making money at it.
Right. I mean, we could very well, because we've done it in the past, we could very well go out and,
And ask for a new bid.
We just need to know, those gallons of use that we use and,
Well, for that kind of money, for the amount of propane we use, they don't have the deal for fuel oil. Okay, there isn't anybody that does, other than a pre-buy, which we're not going to get into. But I am still waiting for a reading from the Eagles on this. I have told a bunch of my friends. I even told you,
Yes,
didn't I? Really?
yes, Lawrence didn't believe you.
Yeah, and he said, well, I'm the oldest member there. I said, I don't care. You weren't listening. But anyways, so I will try to get a reading on that and see if it's available.
but we have in the past, we've just put together a letter and we've sent it out.
I mean, it would mean changing some tanks, but you know what? If you drop almost $1.75 a gallon,
But here's the other thing, is that if it got a better service, because as I spoke to the guy that had to light the furnace, it's hard to push a button, I guess, I don't know. That furnace hasn't been serviced in 3 years, and it's supposed to be automatic servicing.
So,
I'll have to get right on that. I'm like, well, yeah, don't
okay.
bother.
So, is it all right with you guys if I do some research on that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work out, because I don't know if we'll be able to join as a town.
As a
Municipal.
public entity, it's,
Yeah. But
So,
the worst thing says no.
but we'll still go ahead, I think, because we can, find out what everybody's charging. It's just Irving has always been,
They've done, I mean, I'm sure it's probably changed hands since then.
not sure, and we've never had an issue up there, and I'm not sure what.
Well,
Floppy.
they're having just as much hard time finding help as anybody else.
so I know when it came up when Trevor said he ran out of propane for the generator and for his building, that it wasn't his job to check the tanks or monitor that, but it may just, maybe we can ask you to do that, like if you haven't seen somebody come or, or we haven't gotten a bill, well, if we don't get a bill, then that should be a red flag for us, like we haven't gotten fuel.
We'll just I think we gotta talk to them and say, hey, we're looking at all of them, which we are. I mean, money, and I don't know how long this thing's gonna last with Suburban. It might not with everything going the way it is.
I only go off what's written in my supervisor's handbook of what my job is and what my job isn't.
Yeah. Well, I did tell Trevor that I wanted him to take on the responsibility of checking the oil once in a while on that generator. Because,
It's not his responsibility, but
but I understand that, but he's the one that is there the most, and I know that I go out and check mine every couple of months, because they do use oil when they only start once in a while.
it's why we do hire in a generator guy too,
Yeah, but if he only sees it once a year, because if they don't have enough oil, they don't run. Hopefully, hopefully they don't run.
They check those when they do it, they actually trip that little thing.
Yeah, but anyways.
So if we could move on to the cleaning services. I know we had questions on that RFP. I've been thinking about it. Years ago, we actually had an employee that did cleaning. First it was Nancy, well, there was people before that, but we had Nancy and Dave do it, and then we had Barbara. At that time, we also had the school, so it was a full-time job. Maybe instead of hiring a cleaning company, a person who actually worked for us, was dedicated to the town part-time, would actually be more thorough. Because every time we get a cleaning company, they're great for the first month, and then I gotta say, it's not up to any standards that's near acceptable for a public building. And I also think that the bill is so general, you can't tell when they've been where.
Part of why this is also is because as a municipality, whenever we bring forth RFPs, we don't ever go for the big companies that cost us a lot of money that do all the other extra things. We are always looking at the price. I'm sorry to say, yes, with price comes, you get what you pay for. This company started great, I agree 100%, and I've seen that with everybody except ServPro, because ServPro was a big company, but we paid them a lot of money to make sure every time. I'm just throwing that out there as kind of a caveat of sometimes why the services kind of drop off.
But like on their bill, Scott, every single building is listed on every bill. They don't go to every single building every week.
No.
And it doesn't,
She said she's going every Friday to every building. That's what
But we,
she's
in the
reporting to us.
beginning, you and I had said we don't need them every week at the firehouse.
Exactly, we don't.
So that shouldn't be.
But they're still cleaning it once a week, is what she's telling us.
and there's
But
no,
she shouldn't be doing it because we had told her when we first started.
We can do it once a
Remember,
month.
we went through that and said, no, we can cut this down, we can cut that down. So if she's doing that,
So I guess we should probably revisit, when does their contract?
Hers is done at the end of June, yeah.
Okay, so let's, maybe next meeting, if you can bring us copies of it.
I had emailed it out because we had changed it to reflect what she's currently currently doing, but then you can change it back. I can do it right now if you'd like.
So there was other things that I'd like to see them do on the, like, monthly basis, like wipe down doors. The doors, like, where everybody touches them, they're horribly grungy. I do it right now, but that's really not my town clerk job. I do it because it's disgusting and I don't want to touch the door. Bathroom doors.
I think it's hard to bid because it's so choppy. It's like, do this one every other week, do this one every da-da-da.
Right.
Come after 2, whatever it is. It almost seems like you should pick your buildings that are right next to each other and do an RFP that has these buildings and pick the ones that need the every other week. And maybe it's the
But
same
in our
person who bids them,
RFP,
but,
We have them broken out by building.
what's that? I know they are broken out by building, but I'm just saying it because of how choppy it is.
Let's table that for this meeting. We got enough time if it doesn't happen
Right.
until June. Let's
Okay.
try to bring it up at the next meeting, put it back on the agenda, please.
Okay.
And that's what I would like to do. Is that okay with everyone?
Yep, and if it's okay, I'll just send a short list over of things in this building that definitely never get hit, that like once a month should be in
So
there.
we can try to configure or,
Well, you would put it all in there. that this is
correct,
what-
this is what we would expect for you to do on a month or twice a month, whatever.
Because with the current one, if you want like anything extra, you have to request it.
Right. Like when I had this room cleaned.
Yes.
But, and the other thing, I'd like to see a better breakdown on the bill itself, like, because it's hourly, so like 2 hours at the firehouse, and, because the firehouse can't take 4 hours.
I know they're not at the town, they're there less than an hour at the town for that.
Right.
Because I've seen them there.
I think they have 2 people.
2 people.
2 people.
Yeah, 2
But
people
still,
every time.
let's talk it over at the next meeting.
And unfortunately, there back during Christmas, someone was walking to the box with a black bag, and I was getting all ready to really,
Yeah, was there people?
it was cleaners. Thank God I bought myself.
Good thing you
Jesus.
restrained yourself that day. Okay.
But yeah, and I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't have a preference which way you go. If you want to go whatever, with somebody in-house or whatever, it's just, I know from years past, anytime we've reached out to cleaners and we look at pricing, generally, there's a reason.
Well, last
Starts
time,
great and then it goes.
That's awful.
Because I think they realize it's a, maybe, because it's choppy, like you said, it's choppy. You can be here at this day, but not that day. You can be there at that one, but not that one. And I think that kind of throws them up a little bit, like, oh, hey, geez, I didn't realize it.
The last time it went out to bid, didn't we just get 2?
We didn't get any bids the last time it went out to bid. That's why Renata's company came and
Right.
said, I don't actually know how we even
I
discovered her.
got her name
She
because
called me.
yes.
At Winhall.
And then I looked into it, and she does the Londonderry town offices and did a bunch of commercial properties, and I thought, well, okay. This seems to be one of our biggest issues is that we go out to bid on a lot of
It's
stuff.
hard to get
and we
people to
don't
bid.
get any bids, and then we.
Everybody's so busy, because they've got their schedules full.
Because
So-
the other one that's gonna come up, I believe, is the summer maintenance, I think is
On the agenda.
done this year.
Well, and I actually went and are you talking about the lawn?
Yeah.
Like the mowing or the
Yeah,
flowers?
The mowing.
Oh, okay, because I went and talked to Tammy about the flowers, and it was brought up that they went in late, but we did not approve the bid until June 19th, and then we're at the bottom of the list. That's not their fault, that's ours. And so I think we should
Where-
keep that just
Where
as it is.
do you have an idea where theirs falls in the?
The history of the flowers was that it always fell under the beautification committee, and it had nothing whatsoever to do with the lawn maintenance and everything. And then the beautification committee, Julie.
Yes.
It went defunct, and so that kind of just got left out there.
But we never did the pots. I was doing the sign beds and maintenance at town hall on my own time, volunteering, and the pots and the baskets were always done.
Yeah, and
By-
we never had to give them any kind of notice, they just,
Well, that was probably because
we can always reach out early,
And that's what she's gonna get. She's getting us a price on changing the signs to perennials, so those don't have to be done. And, you know, we've taken stuff away through the years that people had issues with because it was nonprofit buildings. So it has, you know, comparing it to what it used to be is different than it was.
Let's just address it at the next meeting and
Okay.
get ready to, if you could.
She'll get that right out.
Huh?
She'll get that right out for us. Thank you,
Yeah.
Julie, for doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, good, all right, we'll work on that stuff next meeting. We don't want to have a real short meeting to next time.
The cemetery RFP, we're gonna have to, we can get the basic stuff, but we're gonna have to wait until we can actually see what we're dealing with out there. I haven't been by to see
So you're going to need some guidance on that as to what they want?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
measurement and
So,
height.
you-
and-
because
Yeah.
nobody's gonna bid on something they can't see.
No,
right.
no, and I don't think we really need to have a site visit, but they can just, I mean, we
I
can.
almost think we're going to have to
Okay.
because you got to tell them what you want done.
Yep.
I
You
mean,
want to give them the specific
Yep,
parameters
okay.
of you're gonna go from this point to this point.
yeah,
and
I think if we're going to do it, we're going to have to get it. And that doesn't mean we're going to have anybody bid on it.
Yeah.
No, because some people won't work in the cemetery. I mean, I asked one guy, and as soon as I said there were bodies above, he was game out.
Why? I got Raymond sitting on the floor next to my kitchen table.
Some people, it just, it doesn't work.
Chew on it once in a while, but it's okay.
Okay, all
Okay.
right, since you're still here, E911 numbering. I don't know.
We need them over at Piper Ridge. I'm having a hell of a time with the STR stuff because I can't identify, they have 89 units and the addresses, yet for them it's numbered. If I can't punch in a number in any of the systems.
Because
you
it's
get a unit
A,
with a name. It's
A1 through A,
G4,
and then it's G4, and then it's
you
H.
know,
Well,
and
you
they
have to
all
change
use
your-
the central.
You have to change your original numbering from 50 feet to 5.25 feet, and then I'll renumber the entire town. Because that's why, that's the way it is because in order to number that correctly, you have to number it at 5.25 feet. So, once you change that in your record that you are now going to number at 5.25 feet, we can renumber the entire town.
But I got number
But
90, I don't want to change.
Yeah, but so if it's, so everything
They won't
tends
let
to
you
go
run
to
a
29.
conglomeration system.
So-
And the problem is, we also have a problem,
For fire.
you were talking Piper.
I was talking Piper, because everything
Intervale's
goes
all-
to the same
Intervale is
thing.
just as bad.
Every one of our condo is the same. I can certainly number it a different way, but we'll be numbering the whole town a different way because the state will not allow you to have 5.25 feet here, 50 feet there. You're either one or the other.
So that's gonna be a problem.
That's kind of the way it is. I mean, it's like in
And
High
we just got
Meadows,
this
I
all
mean,
straightened out, then we're going to change the numbers again.
Yeah,
All right, we'll talk about that. Wait,
it's
I don't-
always been an issue.
That's not going to be a quick issue.
So, well, maybe what Piper Ridge has to do is provide, if they have 89 units, maybe they have to provide like a map that has the name and the number of the unit, so that at least I can, you know,
I
you
believe
can
those
look things
people
up
own
by
their
name.
individual units, because they can sell.
Right, but they all use the ones who are doing the STR stuff use the 29 Piper Ridge, like the main building that has all the facilities as their address. So when people are looking it up, so if I go and I look at an ad and that's what it shows me, I have no way of then looking up the individual who's advertising.
You don't suppose they're doing that on purpose, do you?
I do.
Okay. I was just
Looking up
checking.
somebody in Birch Hill.
So I've got them all over, but trust me,
Birch Hill's a co-op. There are no individual owners there.
Right, they're just a shareholder.
No individual owners. But that is what would have to happen. And in the very beginning, it was actually the state's computer program that would not, they couldn't support the double field entries. And that's why we did what we did, because we were under the constraint of 50-foot numbering, which is not what I voted for. That was in place before I
Yeah,
came.
well, I know who
In order
voted
to
for that,
make
but
that,
he's
we had
passed
to do
now.
the other, da-da-da-da-da-da, and we've kind of,
It screws up most every GPS.
at some
because-
point, they are gonna come in and renumber this town anyways, but because they do want all towns in Vermont to be at 5.28 feet.
It should have been that in the beginning. Alex, you raised your hand?
Yeah, I have a question about Birch Hill, now that being a co-op, do they have something written into their stuff that restricts STRs?
Yes, they do. What we
Yeah, I
found
haven't
out.
come across, like, I haven't had
Okay.
those units.
It was just a thought I had, because I know they have a lot of restrictions. I thought maybe they also had something in there to
Beth.
prevent that.
Are they Stratton or are they Winhall?
They're Winhall.
Winhall.
They're in Winhall.
They were in, okay.
It's right
But
before.
they're also on the sewer system.
Okay, right.
They're now, they weren't in the beginning. They had their own septic systems, but I believe they have switched over. And they're getting their water from Stratton and getting rid of their water through Stratton.
Correct.
Okay.
They don't own their condos, they own certificates of stock.
Gotcha.
Everybody owns one chair.
Scott, can you please just explain your 5.28 feet so I
Okay,
understand?
so your numbering differential is between your driveways, your access points.
Okay.
And that you had a choice that,
So if you're all condos, you need to have at least-
So every 5.28 feet is a different number.
Okay.
We do 50 feet, so every 50 feet is a different number.
Actually, should be doing 52.8 feet.
So that's how that came to be. So like with your condos, because your doors are door-to-door.
Right, you know.
5.28 feet, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right up through and get away with it.
Yeah.
With your 50 feet, you start out at 1,
Right.
and then in 50 feet you go to 3, 50
Right.
feet you go to
Go to
5.
five, yeah.
Where the 5.28, it gives you more choices, and it also, if you look at the math per what, it's 1,000 something, so many numbers is exactly a mile.
Right.
0 to 1,000 is 1 mile.
Yeah, it's 1 mile.
But
and-
that which is 5,280 feet. But, so like my house is at number 90, and that starts at the town line.
Town line.
Down by Randy and Teresa's
And it's
house.
always right side even, left side odd.
Except for Lower Taylor Hill, they went uphill on that
Yeah.
one, which is
Which
just
is
completely bizarre, but that's how it
It
goes.
was numbered from the bottom to the top. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah, a lot of people they'll be like, no, wait a minute, and I'm like, it was before me.
Yep.
Yeah, they went from the bottom.
Thank
to
God
the
you're in the
top.
middle, Julie, so you would have gotten probably the same one, or maybe just an even one, or no, an odd one.
Yeah.
I'm odd.
Oh, you are,
What
okay.
numbers are yours?
Oh, right, because it's up, yeah.
33, you're on
Yeah.
there.
There's some
Left
weird
side.
stuff, but yeah, I mean, they will have to do something internal, Christie.
Okay.
To try to get that, because if we do it from the town level, everybody's gonna get
Right.
something.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll be 567.
We did get the paperwork on the Signal Hill section, so that is complete.
That's
It's
done.
recorded, it's in the vault. Kevin has a copy. I sent it out. I think I included you in the email. Maybe I didn't. I can send it to
I
you.
don't know, some emails come through on my phone, so I
Okay.
don't. I have to
So
go back and
that is completely done. Put to bed.
Good. Okay.
I gotta go up there then and I'll look and see if the sign and everything is down.
I don't think they are, according to Kevin O'Toole. I don't know if Trevor's ordered new signs.
But yeah, he'll need a continuation sign there,
Yeah.
but it was Rose Ridge was still up.
And we may have to alert, no, right, because do they pay for that? Because it's private?
I don't, because
Because we own.
Kenny
the top
always
of the
went to
hill.
the top of the hill,
Yeah.
because there's no way to stop in the middle of
Right.
the hill. And so I don't
We're just
really
gonna be putting
think
up-
that I think they just took off from the dirt really and went because he always had to put
Right,
it in there,
so
get down out.
I'm not sure if we should order the Moose Hollow signs or they should be responsible for paying for them or.
No, we always, we get the first
Okay,
set.
okay,
Yep.
so we should do
And
that,
as people start stealing them,
Yeah.
then,
because now that
Because
it's
they're going to.
changed.
Yep.
We did the
So,
first Moose Hollow ones on the other end, and then the town replaced them when they got bad.
yeah. Yeah, because now too, they have a specific height requirement and
Like,
okay, all right,
Everything.
good.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
Thank you. We got any other questions for Scott?
No.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
So hopefully, if you need some backup on your meeting with Ray, let us know.
yeah.
But,
Christy's going.
okay.
I don't know when
He's
it
slightly
is.
bigger than I am, I think I can take him.
Well, I know you can,
Alright.
but it just, I'm.
If you want to sign cake, let me.
So let me tell you this part. Ray and Al will back me on this. Dealing with Ray is a breeze.
Boys, yes.
Dealing with Joe, Joe's mouth brother, Joe will tell you whatever he thinks you want to hear, but he does not follow through. Ray is an entirely different guy. He is always for, I mean, when we met about the windows, he told Al even before I got here, these are not in right. I mean, he had.
So we tried to,
Yeah, when we did finally get a hold of Ray, I mean,
yeah.
he went over and
So
looked at it. And
let's try to get that part
And
squared
as I
away.
said, I
so we
mean,
can-
a lot of times when I was coming in at nighttime after I'd get done at work and I'd come in to check on things, a lot of times I'd meet Ray here. And we
Okay.
actually look at things together. Ray is a different,
Yeah, good. Let's try to get it
just
cut.
before Scott leaves, can I ask a question of him?
That was one question.
I just wondered, do you have a time frame?
Only what they told us then.
Still, okay.
Because now we're in a little bit of a limbo because we have the electrician
Oh, we-
and the heating crew to come
Gotcha.
to fix those things that we haven't got done yet. So it's,
when I meet with Ray, I'm going to inquire as to, okay, where do we stand now?
Because you have to
What
like
do
the electrician, yeah.
what are we looking at here? You're kind of dragging this out a little bit and.
he's lining up for the contract.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We're not dealing with that.
Yeah, I'm not a clerk of the work, and it's their job, not my job. My job is just to make sure things get moved along, but
okay. Thanks, Scott.
He gets it.
Short-term rentals, you got anything, Christie?
I sent around, I spoke with Lissa and then forwarded to Lissa and copied all of you on an ordinance that I've been working on with the attorney. I'm hoping you guys will take a look at that and we can put ordinance on the next agenda in an effort to try to start moving things forward.
So this
The
is to make
60
some,
days.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
60
The 60
days.
Well, we have to approve it.
Yes.
We have to look at it, agree with those stipulations, then we have to warn it. Then that takes 60 days, and then it would become, and it has to be public hearings.
We do have to have public, in
Public
select
input.
board meetings.
Okay.
When did you send that? I don't remember seeing it.
I just, about 5:15 today.
Okay, because I checked it earlier, I didn't have
Trying to-
anything.
So you've drawn it up, have you sent it to?
Yes, Lissa has it, and I copied all of you, so I don't,
The one that has the different color, is that what you had added to or what you took out?
those are the changes. The color is the changes and additions.
Okay.
And the one is that doesn't have any color is sort of a clean of what the new one would look like.
Okay,
So if
okay.
it's easier, you can just, print or look at the clean one and just mark it up as however, but.
Right.
All right, very good.
So, and other than that, still moving toward a shift with Deckard. I've been pressing them for a time to start using their
So
platform.
does the other company know that we're not going with them?
They do. Lissa informed the other company, but we do have access till April 26th, right?
Douglas confirmed 25th.
25th.
The 25th.
Okay.
Okay,
So we
so
have.
we can get some of the information.
Because basically, too, where I'm in, the position that I'm in is at a certain point, I have to just stop trying to do something
You
with
have to do it
GovOS
wrong.
but I want to keep them in case I need a
So that
reference
you
point
can-
or to retrieve stuff that I still need.
Have you gotten many more?
So I'm chasing, and I have one that's turned into a legal thing, which I can tell you more about that next time, but it's probably going to require filing something in Bennington, and it's
Okay. Okay.
worth doing.
All right.
So,
Good.
anyway.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
All right, Public Safety Facility Committee update. I'm sorry.
Real quick before that, I didn't see anything on the agenda for it, but Debbie wanted me to just touch base with you guys. She's got 5 properties she wants to move forward with tax sale, and she thought that this would work, that you guys had already approved it, but just wanted to...
I don't know that we have any approval over what she's doing. I think she is,
She thought that motion before meant that she was good to...
so here, this is minutes from February 4th. It says, motion by Grant to approve Avis and move forward to Kevin O'Toole to send all the 6 tax bills to the attorney tax collection, seconded by Isaac's unanimous. So I would say that we already voted on it, and she has been talking with Kevin to get that set up.
That was our intent, or my intent when I made the motion was for her to go
It appears
ahead
that
and...
there's 5 properties now.
Yeah, one she worked out with them. She just gave that to me with the financials.
Okay,
Before.
so I would say she's covered, wouldn't you guys?
Yeah, unless she needs us to state it some other way, but...
I don't,
wanted to make sure that was good.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I think you want this back?
When will those become available, or, like the information about them become available?
She has to work with Kevin on that.
Okay, well, I know I talked to her already like a month ago, and there was like a 30-day waiting period for people to redeem still. She had it posted.
Okay, I'm
for
sure
30
she'll,
days.
I don't know if she's,
Those are last year's.
Yes.
Yes. So Kevin was just in he was just in Monday and did the search on these.
Okay, so they're getting ready then, okay.
It'll be a couple weeks before he usually, just in historical time frame, a couple weeks before he gets that to Debbie, sends the letters out to them, the newspaper, like all that time frame that they have to do.
Okay, thank you.
she probably gives them a
Make sure that you
final,
have a chance to bid on
she
it.
probably gives them a
She has
final
to bid.
warning, doesn't she? She probably gives them a final warning, doesn't she?
That's what Kevin does.
Okay.
Because it goes into Kevin's hand and he sends out certified letters.
Okay, so, and he's got to keep the green card.
Yes.
I bought 2 properties and they didn't keep the green card. And I gave them up because I couldn't sell them. That was in Wadsboro. They did not keep the green cards, and there was a landmark court case about it after that, and no title company would touch them.
No.
So I gave them back to town. That only cost me about $30,000. All right, Public Safety Facility Committee update. We have a meeting on the 24th at 5 o'clock here. We're getting some information from the architect, I believe, and then we'll know more about that. Townwide reappraisal, I think they're coming right along on it.
Yes.
It looks like in May, is that when grievance starts, maybe?
I think it's mid-May to 1st of June is going to be grievance.
I think the books are supposed to be out end of April, beginning of May.
Yes, we're going to have a very short window to get our tax appeals, if we have any, done, so that Debbie can meet her 30-day window to get tax bills out. Like, we're going to have to, your summer's going to be gone if we have tax appeals like we did last time. Last time we had 26. That's 3 visits, 3 meetings.
Is it the BCA or is it NEMRIC that's handling the tax appeals this year?
They handle grievance. NIMRIC handles grievance, and then if there are any tax appeals, they have 2 weeks to file something
If it goes
with
to the
me.
next level.
Yes.
I was just going to ask you what one happens first, and then if you don't agree, you get to go to the next.
So they're having a pre-grievance to solve, like, I really don't have 6 fireplaces, 9 bathrooms. That, yes, and that'll be first, right after the books come out. That'll be held at the town
So then
garage.
they'll make a recommendation there as to the changes.
Yeah, they'll fix any errors.
So,
and-
yeah.
And then they'll have their regular grievance hearing, which usually is 1 day, but because we're under reappraisal, it's probably going to take 2 days.
And that's with NEMRIC again?
Yes.
They'll be here.
And then if you don't agree with that, then it goes to the BCA?
Then it goes to the BCA. You have, everything is basically a 2-week cycle. So once Doug sends out, or NIMRIC sends out the letters, it's 2 weeks for you to say I'm grieving. Then they do that process. Then they have 2 weeks to come to me for a tax appeal. And then that's done. And then I have to immediately move forward because I have to meet a deadline to start the Board of Civil Authority. It doesn't matter how long it goes on, as long as we're continually working, but we can't let it go on too long because then we're gonna run out of money. So we need to be able to get those tax bills out. So we're gonna have to work really quick and fast, and
When's Nemrick supposed to send theirs out?
I don't know that date yet.
They're here most every day, so they're, aren't they?
They're getting close?
Yeah, we're getting very close.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we had some problem houses, land that they had to double check for the owners, make sure we had it right. So I think the book is like almost ready to go to print.
Okay, all right. All set on that? All right.
Yeah.
So RFP for summer maintenance. So do we have one, or are we gonna wait and see when the contract comes out?
I
Is this their
was
last year?
told to put it on the agenda.
Well, we have one that we pretty much use every year, right, Scott? We don't change anything.
Yeah, we really don't.
So-
change. We asked for the same thing.
Right, so if you could just send that to us so we could see it, listen, and then we could approve it at the next meeting because it expires on the end of June, beginning of June.
Okay. If-
I just didn't want to wait on it.
I just don't know
Yeah.
what the exact date is, but
I only knew it was coming up because Levi had inquired
Yeah.
that he's already on his second year,
Right.
like the optional year.
I thought the contract was for 2 with an option on the
Okay,
third.
okay, well, he thinks he's at the end of
I
his,
think that's what it said.
Yes.
Okay, if you could forward those to us when you get a chance, okay, for the next meeting. We're not gonna be able to deal with it tonight. So, and then you're gonna get some or try to come up with some information as
On
to
the
what we're
cemetery.
looking for the cemetery,
Yeah.
and forward to Lissa so that we can get one written up for that.
Mm-hmm.
We probably couldn't do that the same day we do the highway stuff, could we?
What was that?
what, the cemetery?
The RFP for the cemetery.
Oh, the pre-bid?
I probably won't be ready. I'm not sure we'll be able to get out there and like look at everything and measure by then. I just wanted to get it moving.
All right, so whatever, we'll just have that another day. Okay, very good. So access permits are done, liquor licenses,
Yes, I have 5.
okay?
So, we'll just vote on these one at a time like we normally do?
I think so.
Okay, so I have 3 for the green apron. We could do those all in a package?
That's at the golf course.
Correct.
Okay.
So they have an outside consumption permit, they have a first-class restaurant bar license, and they have a third-class restaurant bar license.
Okay,
Make a motion, we approve the green apron for
all 3 of them.
all 3, for the first class outdoor consumption and third class.
And for,
Shared, yeah.
I said first class outdoor consumption and third class.
That's correct.
All right.
Yep.
all right,
Second.
motion was made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Okay, the second one is for Winhall Market. This is a second-class license. And I'll make the motion to approve Winhall Market second-class
I'll
license.
second it.
motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The last one is a third-class restaurant bar license for HJC Restaurant, which is River Road Eatery. I will make a motion to approve the third-class restaurant bar license for HJC Restaurant.
I'll
Okay.
second.
Motion was made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So do we have to sign those?
No, there's no signing,
Okay.
but what I'm doing, just so you guys know, these are not getting approved in the system until I get a check for Debbie.
Okay,
So, because I had one incident last year and we're not having that again. So that's where that's at.
okay, let's, do we have any bills tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
This is
All
for
right,
you.
so here, how about minutes for the special meeting we had on March 12th? Have you guys read these?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve the March 12th.
Okay.
Second.
Motion made and seconded for the March 12th special meeting. And all in favor, say aye.
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 Hi, sorry.
I'll just sign that and we'll pass it around.
Just wasn't sure they were registered. Or what
Okay.
they do.
Then this is minutes of March 4th. Has everyone had a chance to review those?
Yes,
Any problems? I think you guys have already made some additions or corrections, haven't you?
yes.
So, yeah, okay, those reserve funds were the ones Debbie gave us that night. Motion was made, was it seconded?
Second. Oh, I make a motion to approve the minutes from March 4th.
Motion was made,
I'll
second. Go ahead.
second, third, we've got a second, a third. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Should this be brought up in a public meeting, or should we wait when we're in executive session? I think it should be in executive
I
session.
think so too.
Okay, all right. So you get your bills? Well, let's do those real quick and then we'll move on.
And I did ask Debbie about the
What am I, so I'm looking
reserve
these
account
guys
stuff.
up for
and
you
She said that
For
she
you to
thought
make
she
sure,
emailed it out
because rooms
earlier
and
today.
meetings.
to see if they are listed, their license.
I'm texting her right now.
Let me
That's public record, so. Pass those over for us.
I don't have anything from today.
Okay, I'll just ask her to resend it.
Okay, perfect.
So maybe it just didn't go.
Whatever she wants, posted, she has like a way she formats it.
Oh, that would be your,
I'll tell her that.
Okay.
She doesn't have to sign it. Oh boy, we're all on it. We've got 5 folders. We only got 4 people. What are we supposed to do?
You want me to get in there and approve something?
God knows you want it. I'll take another one.
Did Beth sign that one too?
Yes. Does it say interim on that one or no? For Christie?
You didn't sign
This,
that.
I removed the intro.
Okay, perfect. She crossed it out on this one.
Can someone read me the pay order number and the total amount? Whoever has that sheet.
I have that sheet.
You got that one.
Report number 93367.
For how much?
I got to go out a few pages here. $143,200.02. And we haven't voted on it yet, though. All right, I'll try to go through one of these real quick.
Scott, did you want to see this cleaning bill, or you already see this?
I don't see it.
Do you want to take a peek at it so you can see what I'm talking about how they break it down, or no?
What I'll do is I'll just have, I'll make, sorry, make me a copy.
Okay.
Let me send it to you.
Yeah.
Sounds like Scott's on one of their websites.
I know.
It's this little kid on Instagram.
Scott, you better be careful how you say that. What are you giggling about? You know what I mean.
Where's the physical?
There isn't one.
I'm telling you.
So we probably have to go on the government site, the SOS site.
I just.
So this bill is going to have to be divided up because it's not all for the same thing.
It just,
No, it is. It is.
It is divided?
no. But I'll tell Debbie. Or I'll tell Al.
I've looked
Was
at
it the
these.
cleaning bill?
No, the attorney.
Okay.
That one is done by both of us. You guys are too quick.
By
We're
both
slow.
of who?
These two.
Okay.
Oh, this this is the one we made an adjustment on there.
Yes, with the part in Dorset, part in
Yeah,
Winhall.
okay. It was just easier, because it's not gonna change next in a month.
Yeah.
So you can come back and argue with it.
So the kids swearing. Oh.
Okay, we'll only do this in the red one.
So you,
Nope, I've already done that, so that was.
I have not done that one.
My damn, you wouldn't do it. You remember that back?
What's that, Scott?
When I tried to drive down, you had to say damn, $10 and you wouldn't do it.
No. No, I remember when I tried to
want to try
bribe
it
it.
now?
I tried to
Want to try it now
bribe
and see how it goes?
I bet he wouldn't now. I bet he would now.
He wouldn't eat steak for $10 either because he didn't believe it was the same thing as hamburger.
Well, we were discussing my stepmom.
I'm not even gonna try to figure your lineage.
Let's not. I don't think it needs to
I'm not even gonna try to figure your lineage. I get lost. I know some of the players, but not all of them, so.
Oh my God.
I learned to know.
My family? Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
Lisa, she has to, she's trying to build the tree. Remember which-
So we've all done number 3, okay?
Yeah, I'm on my last one right here.
And I think I have one more to do.
And Christie's got this one and this one.
Okay, I think probably the one Christie has I haven't seen yet.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Makes it a little bit easier having them in.
Yep.
If only we had 5 people there, but just, no, I would have seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. Okay.
She says she's here in spirit for her folders tour, because she is watching you.
Okay.
Can you get me an address? And I'll check when you can.
Okay, yeah, I've never heard of these people.
No.
So I don't know if
I
they're a
need-
company that's working in our town.
Right. I'll take it, actually.
What's
You
up?
can keep that. It's a rooms and meals tax lien that came to me. And being rooms and meals, they're not a regular inn or anything in town. So I copied Christie on it to follow up in case they're doing some kind of STR business, because what else could it be? Because it's strictly rooms and meals.
Is there a tax for rooms and meals on the STRs?
They have,
Christie?
The STRs, it usually is paid by a third party if they're doing Airbnb or VRBO, but if they're doing it directly, then they do have to pay a tax.
Okay.
and is it, I don't know, have you ever seen one of those tax liens? Probably not.
No.
Could I have that back for a second?
Yes. I'll just take a picture of it after and then get an address.
So they literally list rooms and meals on that, or whether it's personal income or whatever, whenever you get a lien from the state or the IRS.
So this is bit page. And page number. That would just tell us who it is. Private options.
Well, see, so when they have a post office box in Bonneville, they'll file things here. So it doesn't mean they actually have land here.
Well, it says here, book 242, page 242.
Well, that's where I put it.
Can I
I
grab
have
a
to put it
copy
somewhere,
of that
record it.
Okay.
Walker,
So-
that RFP thing?
Okay.
We'll just
When
follow
we
up.
finish, can I just get a copy downstairs before, you're going to do the RFP for the roof from?
Yes.
Yeah, so I have one right here. You want mine?
I can just scan it right now.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Ooh.
My wife
I'll give
does.
you back the hard copy.
Somebody's using big print.
Debbie makes big print. She doesn't like little print.
Oh, yeah?
I'll bother you for an address tomorrow.
Okay, all right, I'll keep this. I'll put it, you have to wait until I come back out of the culverts. If I don't come back, you'll have to have Al do it.
Okay.
The weather's supposed to be good tomorrow.
Yes, that's what it looked like, and then 5 days of rain.
Friday's supposed to be 43, so if you do get that,
That'll be all right. Well, you might want to just drop food to me because I won't last that long.
Got that on GPS, but I don't really know which one, so throw it on the upstream side, so folks.
Well, apparently my location locates my father because I pay for his phone. So that's, I gotta see.
That's a big help.
I know.
Phone's going off, wonder what's going on?
I've gotta see if,
Yeah, seriously. And the one day I showed up over at Larry's and I was like, where is she? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like,
Okay. Has everyone reviewed the bills?
yes,
Any concerns or objections?
no.
Can I get a motion?
I make a motion to approve
Number
pay.
93367.
Perfect.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. I guess the only other thing we got is executive session.
I make a motion, we go into executive session at 7:48.
Okay,
I second.
Did I give you my report?
sure. I need a motion to come out of
Make a
executive session.
motion to come out of executive session at 8:59.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to come out of executive session. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're out of executive session.
So I would like to thank Lissa for 13 years with the town. She's agreed to stay on through the end of her contract, which is for April 30th, 2027, in order to train someone. She may not be there that entire time, but that's how long her current contract runs. And thank you for being the town administrator. We will be putting out an RFP for new administrator, which is in process, but not ready for it yet. And we also, I would like to make a motion that we hire Caroline to do a little bit of interim office work.
As needed.
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You probably shouldn't vote.
I didn't vote.
You abstain.
Abstain.
Okay, all right, now, do we, so, well, we just talked to Debbie about the other thing. We don't
Yep.
have to do that here
Yep,
because
I'll
that's
end
her.
up talking to her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
I will, yeah, we're good.
all right. Do we have anything else?
No.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting
Second.
at 9:01.
It's been a long time since we've done that.
I don't know if I can meet at 8 o'clock.
Second.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
This time change has been a struggle for me.
Some